in my heart always. I get you a diamond if you be my queen of spades. 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 Queen of spades. पैसों से ना मतलब है, बस जीतने की आदत सी है. बन मेरी रानी तू तेरा राजा, मैं now be a billionaire. तू सुन ले मेरी बात, छोड़ दे सारे आथम आज. थाम ले मेरा हाथ, तू चल मेरे साथ, तेरा इंतजार है. जुए में फिर भी हारना पड़े तो उसको मैं सह पाऊं, पर तू ना मिली तो दिल से दिल का खेल में हार जाऊं. That's why. Be my queen of spades. 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 Queen of spades. Couldn't find you in clubs, you in my heart always. I get you a diamond if you be my queen of spades. 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 Queen of spades. Hey, तेरी मेरी जोड़ी सबसे निराली है, मेरे लिए बड़ी किसी के भी. Oh hi, straight flush और royal flush saving. मेरी जीत या तेरी वो तो बस एक बात हुई. 5 बातों से जो लव स्टोरी शुरू हुई, चलेगी हाँ चलेगी ये सारी जिंदगानी. जुए में फिर भी हारना पड़े तो उसको मैं सह पाऊं, पर तू ना मिली तो दिल से दिल का खेल में हार जाऊं. That's why. Be my queen of spades. 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 Queen of spades. Couldn't find you in clubs, you in my heart always. I get you a diamond if you be my queen of spades. 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 Queen of spades. Yeah, shorty, this one's for you, man. You know who you are. We got this from top to bottom, left to right. Yeah, let's go. Come on. Spades.
Guys, welcome back. I know it's been a long time. We have so much to catch up on. Queen of Spade has gone absolutely crazy in the last 2 weeks. And while I was away working on a project and not paying attention to Queen, she got so desperate. She was literally calling me out by name. There was a day where she made over 50 community posts, and I think 19 of them included me or a reference to me. And I'm sorry, I have to apologize to Queen of Spade that sometimes I have other priorities that come up, and I can't always pay attention to her and her husband the way that they would like. But I do my best, and you know there's some other news. Unfortunately, I had to part ways with Evil Little McNuggets. If you did see the videos on my channel earlier this week, there was a bit of intrigue where I was removed from my own channel temporarily through a vicious legal maneuver by Evil Little McNuggets, who is now Evil Little McBye-Bye. And so joining me tonight, I have a new co-host, Jessi, who basically, not even basically, said, hey, like you're gonna stream with me. We're gonna do this show. So Jessi coming on to fill the shoes that once belonged to Evil Little McNuggets. And so I'm gonna bring Jessi on, but I want to remind you guys, this has been and will always be a bully-free stream. So if you are gonna make bullying comments, you will be placed on the screen, and I or Jessi will admonish you for said bully comments. And you do not want to end up on that wall of shame. I'll also be sharing the winners from our coloring contest. I did have something planned for that, but unfortunately that'll have to wait because of the just crazy last 2 weeks I had. But guys, let me bring Jessi on and have Jessi tell you a bit about herself and some of the comments, some of the things that are not going to be acceptable tonight. Some of the things that if you do say, it will immediately be designated a bully comment and you will be dealt with accordingly. Jessi, you there?
Hey everyone, it's Jessi. So yeah, I do have a YouTube channel, and I kind of just do a variety of different things. And I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I would love to, shade the spade and keep things just on that topic,
Yeah, and what are some of those bully comments that we are not going to be? Well, the Adorkables, Nuggies love forever. No. See, Nuggies is gone, and replacing Nuggies is Jessi, and we're not going to have any bull. What are some of the bully comments that you will not be accepting tonight?
What was it? Raggedy Ann?
Raggedy Ann. So guys, no Raggedy Ann comments. What else?
The S word, pest. I don't know if I can say that. We can discuss that.
Sugar pest.
Sugar pest.
No, what are you talking about? What,
any P words?
Pest? Do they call you shit pest?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Totally.
No, what's the S? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, sex pest. Yeah, guys, do not.
Yeah, I don't know if I can say that.
Yeah, don't call Jessi a sex pest. Why? I mean, can we just get it real quickly? Why would they call you? Yeah, Arby's. Arby's is another one. Joey's channel. Yeah,
that's
Arby's.
Definitely another one.
Yeah, and Big Beef and Burger might be one too, but definitely Arby's, guys. No Arby's comments. No Raggedy Ann. No. What was the other one? Sex pest. Why are they calling you let's just get it out of there real quick. What do they call you sex pest for?
So hold on. I just want to say this, and we can talk about this after, but Raid Shadow Legends official. You don't have a check mark? Why?
Well, they wouldn't have a check mark. And Raid Shadow Legends disapproves of bullying in live chats. Use code NOBULLY for a free No Bully badge in game. And remember, guys, that's a game that you don't even need to. It requires no parental supervision because it's a bully-free game full of great people. And and there was another thing, the Celsius thing. Like, what do you not want people saying about Celsius? We should get it out there, Jessi, before they start coming in.
Isn't tied to anti-Semitism. It's not anything related to Nazis, and that was just completely made up. And that will come to light in the future. We're not here for that. We're here to talk about Spade in the shade.
I created a banner. Celsius is not a Nazi drink. Celsius does not support terrorism. But before we get started with Shade in the Spade, guys, there is a PSA that I would like you to watch, and this is about bullying and why we don't bully, and then after we do that, we'll get started with our show because we have so much to catch base on. But first, this anti-bullying PSA sponsored by, or hopefully, right, maybe in the future, sponsored by Celsius Energy.
Hi, I'm Ricky Schroeder, and I'll be right back with One to Grow On.
Hey, Squeak, check out the new girl.
You mean the attractive red-haired girl with a great voice and killer personality?
Yeah, that's one. Let's get her.
Wait, what did I do to you?
I'm threatened by your popularity.
I'm just sad, really, about who I am as a person. I take it out on innocent people because I really hate myself.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem to me.
You know something? I think you're right.
Come on, Jessi. You're a part of the popular crew now. Come eat lunch at the cool teacap table.
Nachos are like catnip to me.
Wait, hold on, guys, because you still don't get it. In reality, there's no such thing as a popular crew and a nerd crew. People that consider themselves to be popular are really just followers. Nerds may be people who are smart or just don't want to be fake popular. People shouldn't put labels on other people because of who they are. I will eat lunch with you, but how about we call the friends table?
That works for me. I'm so tired. I hope I can make it through lunch.
Same. I am so low energy after I drank 2 Red Bulls this morning.
Guys, you have so much to learn. Red Bull is loaded with sugar and preservatives. Have I ever told you about the Celsius energy drink?
Hi, everyone. My name is Christian Western Chandler, but my friends call me Chris Chan. Here at the Most Worst, we don't tolerate bullies. Here at the Most Worst, we don't tolerate bullies or bully comments. And that's one to grow on.
Who are you kidding? Lying might get you off the hook once in a while. When you're caught lying, it's awful. And if you lie all the time, people won't pay attention to what you say anymore. So why not tell the truth and face the music? It's hardly ever as bad as you think it's going to be.
Hi, I'm Byron Allen, and I'll be right back with One to Grow On.
Yeah, guys. So, quick reminder: Celsius does not support Nazis. Was not created by Nazis. Does not support terrorism at home and abroad, and also bullying is not okay. And to illustrate that point, Jessi's vibrating microphone. This is honestly one of the best PSAs I've ever seen. It's a nice comment, but that name, would you say that name's a bully name?
It is, and I think there's several reasons why that person should not be in chat. But this is your channel, not mine.
Well, I can't because I'm using the mobile. I can't, so I'll have to depend on my trusty moderators. But I see Jeroen Comedy. Oh, can you say hello to the people in the chat before we hit that theme song and get moving?
Oh, hey to the people in chat. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like individual, like say hey.
Yeah, yeah. Hey Dev, hey Guru, thank you so much for being here. The Dorkables, love your red hair so much. The Professor, Gay Mangoes, definitely respected. Big Beef and Burger, Deanna, trying to scroll through what I don't believe, okay, Donde, respected.
Well, we'll make sure we say hi to everyone. We can't skip anyone.
Vast Ravioli, Danny, and Celsius for Skin. What is that? Eel Rurg, FBI. Here to Party, definitely respected. Virginia Carr. Cookie Whoopie Pie, yeah, definitely. Maybe Val's Crazy, Cyber Squeak, yes, respected. Night Driver, Slash, Lens, Jeroen, well, not the actual Jeroen Comedy, but yes, Jeroen Comedy. Dr. Edwards, PhD. Findings are showing a link between the Celsius Corporation and various areas. Okay. Send me the proof. Jessi, Jean, Musicc. So JESSIJEANMUSICC @gmail. Because I would love to see that proof because I do my research, but I would love to be properly entertained by that.
I actually just posted something by Dr. Edward Hollingsworth, PhD, which that sounds serious. Our preliminary findings are showing a link between the Celsius Corporation and various terror groups, namely Boko Haram. What do you have to say about that?
Haven't seen anything. And
he's a PhD.
Oh, because he says that. So if I put Jessi.
Hey, maybe we shouldn't argue on the stream. I don't think it's a good look. But then like names like this, Jessi is into sexual, and they like sexual fox play, guys. That's a bully. It's not just the bully comments, guys. The names can be bullies too.
Erin and Vex and yeah, I'm not going to address any of the other names because they're highly inappropriate. But I think I got. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of trolls in the chat right now that I'm scrolling by, and
well, I like to call them ogres. But guys, hey, I am Deanna. Let's you know what? Let's get started with the show. Let's hit that intro, and then we will move on to our first section with some rants. And I hope Nuggies stays away. I hope Nuggies doesn't drop by and cause any trouble after the events of earlier this week. But let's get started.
I'm sorry, Wes, that I wouldn't let you fuck me in front of my white husband. Like, I have a friend that gave me an N-word pass. Why, you got a problem with N not ending in a hard R? Alright, I'll tell you what, Wes. You'll take them out of your fucking rap songs first. Mrs. Parker gives people N-word pass, so I had a friend that gave me an N-word pass when I did that song, so that's supposed to be okay. Evil little McNuggets bitch who I don't even fucking know either.
This is Spade in the Shade. Holding it down from coast to coast with your host, West Most, and co-host, evil little nuggets covering low cause losers and idiots, putting it all on the string, doing the damn thing on the tool with attitude, taking it to a new altitude, full throttle, we don't need no brakes, we expose rants, racism, and really bad takes, so welcome to the crusade. You in tune with Spade in the Shade.
I don't think I've ever been more excited for a live stream in all my life. Sorry, CJ.
Let's save some Spade!
Yeah, guys, enough with the you missed Nuggets. Nuggets is gone. It's a new era now. And also, please stop messaging me about nudes or unsolicited nudes. That's not the focus of the show. We don't need that. We don't, Jessi, right? We don't need that here.
Yeah, this is all about shading the Spade.
Yeah, we're shading Spade. We're not talking about anything.
And she's been on a manic level for this week. Have you read her community posts?
I have.
I told you. I'm telling you, I was like, do a counting. What I say, 26, 28 freaking community posts in one day. In not 24 hours, it was showing like every hour on the spot since she woke up. It was so freaking wild.
That is wild. And what I noticed was Spade really was on a new one this week. I saw more consistency in their posting than I've seen in a month, but it started with a poll. Queen of Spade did a poll and wanted 200 votes on this poll. Something about it was a lot of Ms. Parker posting this week. And whenever you have a lot of Ms. Parker posting, you're gonna have a lot of racism because I do promise rants, raps, and racism. And there was a ton of racism coming from Queen of Spade this week. But initially, early on, I was leading. This says, who does Ms. Parker think is the poor dude who's apparently using me? She wanted 200 votes in order to say who the person was, and she was begging for the votes and posting this daily. At first I was leading, but then I don't know. I guess people decided I wasn't using Queen of Spades since it's a non-monetized stream, with no merch, and actually give money away versus asking anyone for anything. But Queen of Spades not about thinking. Queen of Spades is about three things: not teaching kids to read, not critically thinking, and twerking in doo-doo panties. And those are the three tenets. Yeah, please add on.
Manic ranting on social medias, like the things that I've seen on YouTube, it's insanity. The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over, and that's what she does. And you go through her community posts and you're like, do 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 do. Am I in the Twilight Zone? I'm seeing the same fucking shit over and over.
That's exactly what it's like. That is exactly what it's like. So let's so that was post number one. That was what really got me looking at, and this was posted over and over and over again. Then we move on to this. I posted on Twitter because I feel like this really sums up Queen of Spade. If you had someone who says, what is Queen of Spade all about? I think this is it. And this was someone who Queen had called a drama hoe on her community tab. And if you want to go back and find that post, get ready to search for an hour because there have been so many posts since this one. But, and the person said, don't call me a drama hoe, and I would have left you right alone. And Queen's response wasn't, yeah, my bad or anything, but instead it was, oh, boo-hoo, you're mad about a community post. Try having 12-hour videos and people attacking you over your trauma because you wouldn't leave your man for them for 3 years. And then it just continues on with, I've had enough of women like you, and you try when you've had the kind of trauma that I've had, then come talk to me is basically what it sums up. And there's no acknowledgement of what the other person has gone through, just that the other person hasn't gone through as much of Queen. When Queen doesn't know this person, Queen doesn't know what this person has been through. There could have been 14-hour streams about this person for all Queen knows, but all Queen knows is that Queen is the biggest victim, and no one else is going to out-victim Queen. What do you think about that, Jessi?
Yeah, and that goes the same thing with Muse, where they are a perpetual victim in every circumstance, and all they have to do is just back away and, not lie about things.
Yeah, and that's another, like, sometimes people falsely accuse people of things, and I mean,
yeah.
Joey C-Cap channel, Jessi is most likely not involved in the Gilgo Beach murders. That is
Wow. I appreciate Joey. I appreciate that so much. And I'm so sorry. We're going to resolve this issue, right, Wes?
Well, tell them, what are you sorry for?
For saying in a private conversation, which I did not, I was never going to say this and make it public about, that people slid into my DMs about, them being essayed by you, and that was like a posed question.
You don't have to use,
and it's going to be resolved, right?
This is non-monetized. You can just come right out and say, what did you tell Joey that if he didn't give you the money, you were going to do what? You were going to say he did what?
Well, I want to say that I don't want to repeat things because I'm very sorry about that. And
yeah, no, they all
to know,
sorry.
And that's the whole lie detector thing that's coming up, right?
Yeah.
So it will be resolved to show, and one of the questions will be, were you going to tell anyone or make it public that you were going to say if that people came into your DMs about him raping women? And that was never the thing. I was posing the question, well, how would you feel if people
it was just saying, Joey, if I don't get the money, I will tell people that someone came to me and said you sexually assaulted them. It's just a simple. It was just a couple of people sitting around having a conversation regarding extortion. That's really all it is, right? Potential extortion, because you didn't do it.
But we're going to resolve that issue with a lie detector test, right?
So I call it a truth-telling test because
so they'll know that that's not what I was actually.
That you just said it, but you didn't even do it.
I thought these conversations were supposed to be private, and then
he's the one who brought it up on the thing, so I just put it up there to say that Jessi is most likely not, and he stressed not involved in the Gilgo Beach murders. And guys, Raggedy Ann is a slur. I've made that clear.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, stop with the Raggedy Ann stuff. Stop calling Celsius a Nazi drink, guys. That is unfair. And then also, please stop messaging me about unsolicited nudes, because Jessi, I'm getting a lot of people
nipped it in the butt, and I feel like things are going to,
some of the people here don't know about it, so I feel like it's unfair because they're seeing it in the chat and they don't know what's going on. But could you quickly address the unnude thing, the unsolicited nudes to what could have been a minor? Could you please address that while people are just seeing it?
Well, I don't want to make this a whole drama thing, but we all know.
Absolutely, just talk about the unsolicited nudes to the minor, and then we'll move on with Queen
And I have screenshots of people warning me that this person goes to extreme lengths in trolling, and they'll say whatever just to pull up the troll. So it doesn't matter what they say, and they've done it to other people before, accusing them of actual crimes. And so when this happened to me, when I was accused in December, January, whatever the screenshots that I have say, I think it was like December, because I wanted to start a whole new year, right? And I decided that I didn't want to bring attention to it, not because I was hiding from anything, but because I knew that it wasn't true. And I knew that they were trolling me.
Jessi, I think in order to, they need to know what happened in order to. Okay, so here, I'll break it down real quick. Jessi had a Discord.
Break it down. Yeah.
Jessi had a Discord, and there was someone in the Discord who was 16 years old, unbeknownst to Jessi.
Well,
and
no, we don't know his age.
Allegedly,
and 16
years.
That's why on his Twitter he says he has an apartment.
Let's just stick to what we know. The person is saying they're 16 years old, and called Jessi, said Jessi was heavier, was a heavy person, and wanting to prove this person wrong, Jessi sent some unsolicited nudes to this person who identifies as a 16-year-old. And then what happened? was like something that you
Yeah,
thought the
so
FBI
I got the messages from Addie saying that you realize that this person's 16 years old. And from there's proof and everything of them being kicked out of the Discord immediately. And I blocked them and ceased contact. After that, I went into someone named Mop. Mop, like, you know how, like, you know what a mop is, a cleaning device.
Yeah, it's a cleaning device.
But anyway, but they're called Mop. And I went into their chats and I was talking to them. And Theo was in the chat. So he's trying to say, like, oh, this is him, this is her, keep in contact and everything. And that's what crazy people do. But I didn't have any further contact with him personally.
Yeah,
no.
Of course. Long story short, you
contact after that, and I was like, I felt befooled.
Befooled. Yeah, of course. So long story.
Yeah.
Let me just wrap it up so we can move on with Queen. But long story short, you may or may not have sent images to a minor, and people are all up in arms about it. And then today you told me, in no fewer words, like, hey, get rid of Nuggies, you know, because of the. And I will do the show with you, and that's what we're doing now. So that because people have a lot of questions of what happened.
Yeah, but I don't want anyone to speculate because I have the screenshot of the when I sent that to him because I knew that I knew this person was a troll, okay, because they were calling me fat, but I didn't know their age, and I was just being like, you're saying I'm fat, and here's a side profile of me, I didn't send anything vulgar or anything because
there was nudity. There was nudity in the picture. Like,
yeah, it's a half. Yeah, it's my.
It was tasteful nude that was potentially sent to a minor. That's what it was, people. A tasteful nude picture.
It's not a minor. They've been doing this for years, other people and communities, and that's the thing is.
Like we said about Celsius, absence of any proof. Like all we can go by is what they say. So. Allegedly,
this is all going to be resolved in a later date. So
it's all going to be taken care of, guys. So let's move on with the Queen of Spade. Please stop messaging me about unsolicited nudes.
Yeah.
Stop calling Jessi Raggedy Ann. I don't want to see any more Arby's posts either, guys. I just normal, regular. Let's talk about Queen of Spade.
Right.
So here we have Queen of Spade was really trying to contact Chris Hansen and talk about what a shit person I am, and what she wanted to know was why Chris Hansen is collaborating with people such as myself and Joey Teacap and Clobbering Time, who he has never collaborated with, who are pretending to be friends with women to find out information about their past traumas to attack them over sexual assault and other traumas, which could not be further from the truth. I was never this bitch's friend. She contacted me and wanted my help because nobody knew or cared about who she was. Much like now, just more people know she's a lolcow. And
can I pose a question?
Can I finish? Let me just finish this thought first.
Absolutely. I have a question about this.
And kept and claimed that like I was talking to her to get information. I didn't give a shit about Queen of Spade, and once again she continues to change the narrative of why we stopped talking, which was really as simple as I streamed with Muggs and she got really upset and I didn't give a shit and told her to fuck off. And here's some more. Oh, you had a question. Sorry, please.
Is it possible that trolls have been messing with her like they have been with me and saying things? Because remember, this is going to be brought forward, but I had to talk about what happened to me because of what trolls did involving Chris Hansen, you know?
What do you mean?
Like people reach out to Chris Hansen with, BS and then it involving what happened to me as a child. So it kind of do you think like trolls are involved in around that because like fake accounts and stuff? And,
you mean like the movie It? Like that? Like people are contacting Chris Hansen about how the movie It traumatized?
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh no, I don't think so. Because we are making a video about problematic YouTubers and communities, and Queen of Spade will be included in that. So when she's talking about Chris Hansen, that's why she keeps messaging Chris Hansen, because she's trying to get him to say, "Well, I don't want to work with one."
It's
And
like
so
it's so freaking manic and just like freaking stop. Isn't it? It's so weird that she goes on and on and on and on. You know, it just like take a break. Like, how does she have a kid and how does she take care of this kid
I don't
when
know.
she's online doing all this drama?
Well, you could save a lot of time by not working on like the fundamentals like reading and stuff, and just sit them down with the tablet and hop on YouTube and scream at people, or in this case, create a friendly sock account to interact with yourself. So, and this person, Francis Walsingham, started showing up. I believe the first day of this account was one week ago today. It was like July 18th, 2022. And Queen of Spade posted, remember when Westmost cried all New Year's Eve 2019, 2020 for being doxxed by Hanson? First of all, it was Vince that doxxed me, and I didn't cry to anyone. I didn't have a Twitter account, so that didn't happen. Now he sits around and harasses families and doxes them. Who have I doxed, and where's your proof? I mean, now we're getting to that whole Celsius Nazi terrorism thing. Absent of any proof, you're just full of shit. And after crying about how my kid would be harmed, and now I'm around Lol Cow and Kiwi Farms with a kid, and he's just a grand person. Doxing a whole family is apparently A-okay. So again, Queen, when were you doxed? Should probably delete all your videos crying. And then she just keeps saying I was crying, but the only person I ever see crying and ranting and raving on YouTube, or the person I see the most, is Queen of Spade. And then Francis Walsingham with, yeah, doxing is never okay. He can't whine about something then before it. How does that make any sense at all? Oh, Queen. No one agrees with you.
Can you take off the Arby's TM official? Why is that on your screen?
I wanted to point out that was a bully comment, and I wanted you to call that out.
No, I said before the stream, I don't want it to be like a whole Queen of Spade calling out people kind of stream.
Well, we're not calling out people. We're saying like, hey guys, Arby's beef flapping good, and Arby's trademark official, and if you have a food name like Cookie Whoopie Pie, we're on to you. Okay, Jessi's Big
Cookie
Beef,
Whoopie Pie is a very conservative person in this community, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I don't know. I don't pay much attention. But guys, we're like, okay, you're gonna get called out for it.
Okay.
Like let them know they're gonna. I mean, this is the job that Nuggies would do.
So
she would call out people.
Who is Joseph? Who is Joseph?
That's just the name on his computer. That's what are you talking about? That's just the profile name on my Streamlabs or my StreamYard.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Your name just suddenly changed to Joseph, like Joseph, but Joseph.
It's been that way the entire time, and it was from when I called in as a certain Latino vampire to a certain live stream a week ago. But thank you for calling. I got to tell you,
I don't know. Maybe it was a
chemistry.
but
yeah, the chemistry is severely lacking right now, so we really have to pick it up in the second half. So, yeah,
okay.
and your your thoughts on Francis Walsingham and this clear sock account that is friendly with Queen of Spade and enjoying her company and just so willing to show up and agree almost as quickly as it's posted. They're there with a long comment to agree with everything Queen of Spade says. Do you think that's accurate?
No. And so, she's the MLM honey, and she just wants to, in her own head, she believes that everything that she says is correct. And then there's people who may believe these things, right? But what's going on?
What's going on with what, the background music?
You put music, background music. Okay, yeah. So there are people that obviously they support her. It's a very, small group of people. And, they say things like, watch your back, coming into streams and being, very disrespectful. However, yeah, well, being bullies. And I don't think they understand because they have like rose-colored glasses on, right? They have these rose-colored glasses on. And they see, her queen is queen. And that's just how it is. Like every creator, I would say, has people that admire them. But she says outrageous things, goes on manic rants. Her YouTube videos are just like so aggressive all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
consistently, never a break.
And she also has a hard time accepting responsibility and will lie about people and make up accusations about people.
Right. And you would think that people would do research, but like I said, there's creators that have their followers and they're like, I'm not going to do research because you're a liar and you're a troll. And it's like, no, some people actually have the facts.
Yeah, no, you're right. And like, I mean, not that, okay, I mean, with false accusations, sometimes though, right? Sometimes they happen. And then here's another one, and it was really just about her posting him. Now the only videos that are going to get any views on Queen of Spades channel are always going to be drama videos. Her videos where she talks about Reddit bullshit or the Charles Manson stuff. No one gives a shit about those unless it's a new account, Francis Walsingham, who was so excited for the conclusion of that exciting Manson video series that probably has like 62 views as of right now. And just not just one comment, but you're gonna have a full conversation between Queen and herself. Not the first time she's had out loud conversations with herself, I'm sure. But again, what else are you gonna do? Sit down with a book and make sure everyone in your house is literate? No. And then she said, sorry, I do some community posts to speak my mind instead of sitting here for years making 12-hour streams every day. Get help. She is always telling people to get help, and she talks about 12-hour streams like they're happening about her daily, and that's insane.
That reminds me of Katie Joy. Like, these people, they're constantly talking about me, and it's just, if you feel that way, if you feel so non-secure on the internet, then you should take a step back. If you feel confident in what you're saying and you want to provide facts and everything and you have good support, that's one thing. But when you have tons of people coming after you and you're saying you're threatening suicide and just acting so irrational, then you need to step back.
Yeah, no, I agree. Actually, I am Deanna had a really good point. She's like, why would you ever want to be in a race to out victim someone? And I am Dina. There are a lot of people who wish to be victims, who will wear that label like a badge, and they will say that everyone is out to get them, and everyone is a part of a troll group, and anyone who doesn't disagree with them can't just be someone who doesn't see eye to eye. They are automatically a hater, and they are discounted for that opinion that's different than theirs. And you would think that there's only a few people. Like, there's a lot of people out there. Do you know anyone like that, Jessi? Jessi, are you still there? Are you still with me?
Sorry. Yeah.
No, save the stories for Jeroen. Please continue.
Yeah. We have. So I try to I know that some people might be struggling, and I try to respect that kind of thing. And so I don't want to talk about anyone in my real life, but yes, I agree.
What are you talking about? Oh, like the murder piccolo that people are talking about? Guys, there was a piccolo found at the scene of the Gilgo Beach murder, and Jessi did play piccolo, but that was not the same. Jessi said that you never even brought the piccolo home, right?
No, and not even that. I was a child when that happened.
Yeah, so you have nothing at all to do.
Before I even played, before I was it doesn't make any sense.
All right. And Arby's Sex Pest. This is another, and I need, this would have been Nuggies' job, is to call these people out. So I need you to call them out, and I can't keep doing it on my own. In fact, I don't know what raggedy ass Celsius is, but that is a bully comment. Guys, the wall of shame can only hold so many names before I just start kicking people from the stream. Jessi, do you have anything you want to say to the bully comments?
No, I'd rather not. I'd rather just, stay silent on that. And, it's disrespectful, but the whole vibrating microphone is, I know exactly the stream that they got that from and everything. And it was a joke, but I mean, get over it.
Joke, guys. It's just a joke. Then another message from Queen. Maybe Westmost needs a series so we can show everyone who he is and how much he whines on social media about crap. Says he wants to endlessly try to attach moms and their minor kids to chomos. What in the fuck is she talking about? And how do I whine on social media where I'm probably send 2 tweets a month? She's probably sent more community posts in the last 7 minutes than I make tweets in a month, but I'm the one who's whining on social media.
Yeah, I do a count and everything, and I'm like, is this actually freaking happening? Like, what are you doing with your life? Where I messaged you and I said, it was like over 20 something messages, and 7 of them were about, or community posts, 7 of the community posts were about you. I was like, what is going on? It doesn't make any sense.
And I mean, he even spazzed out on some streams about women, so he would be an even better lolcow than I. What? I don't even know what that is. When have I spazzed out on streams about women? He actually tries to date female creators and move them to his home with his minor child, and calls them predators when they don't bang him. And again, Queen, whose research is as bad as her breath, forgets that was not at all how it happened. I asked her to leave my home, and she called the police on me to try and have me arrested for human trafficking. But why would I expect Queen to remember that? Because now she's mad at me. So she did make a video about the Muse situation, trying to catch some of the views from that when people were looking her up quite a bit. But now, of course, because I streamed with Muggs and she didn't like that, now she's going to choose to believe Muse talks. And then more post about Miss Parker. And this, she posted the disgusting one 10-14 days ago with the trash truck, and it was something about real video of Ms. Parker out trying to attack mothers since she can't have kids, or something equally horrible. And that was the prior to the tweet showing the average Queen of Spade response. That was the only other tweet I probably sent in July. And this one, this is disgusting. She's basically saying, "Oh, you know what? Ms. Parker's lying about not being able to have children, so I need to see her medical records. Oh, and if she's been essayed in the past, I need to see her court documents of proof that she charged the man, or she's lying." And it's just more that where Queen has made it her mission to be the biggest victim on YouTube, and people call her out for it time and time again. When she allegedly had her behind grabbed in an elevator, that was enough for her to call the police and do multiple streams about it and be really excited. What was that? What was that?
Like, freaking come on. It happens. It happens, and it's horrible and everything, but to call the police is just it's dramatic. And her trying to play victim, and I understand what's been going on with Miss Parker and her, and I think Miss Parker is trying to do the best that she can to explain things, and I think that both sides are more out of control, because I understand that Spade has people coming into her videos and everything and the same words back, and I think
I don't think Miss Parker has anyone going. No one goes to Queen of Spade videos other than Joe H and White Tupac and a couple other.
Yeah.
But Miss Parker ignores Queen of Spade much like her husband does when he's out with his his furry man, and they're doing what they do while covered in a thin mixture of mayo and lube, so no one's paying attention to Queen of Spade other than Joe H and whatever socks.
But they do make good videos, so if you don't know Miss Parker.
Yeah, no, I know Miss Parker. I just know that Miss Parker isn't worried at all about what Queen of Spade is doing or sending anyone over.
Yeah.
And this was a good one because this was just in here because
no, she's not sending anyone over, but I've definitely seen comments. But definitely check her out. She's a beautiful human being, and she covers different topics. I think some people are into the Shanny for Christ stuff she covers. So definitely check out her channel if you're into that, Miss Parker. Yeah.
Can you just address this from Arby's Sex Pest on the
Well, I said, Wes, can you check your private messages? Because
I can't, because I'm using it's all right, hold on. Oh, stop putting it on. But how do we address it?
They know exactly what they're doing. Everything has.
How do we let people know not to do it though? If we don't address it, how do we let people? Because they're asking you, can we at least address it so that we can stop getting the same questions over and over again?
Yeah. So for my Discord server, you had to provide a moderator your social media profile, and that was the rule of getting inside. So we provided a no doxing rule. So if a moderator had your Instagram with, your nieces or whatever, you know what I mean, private information on it, you wouldn't have to worry about that. So we just wanted to prove that you were of certain age. Now, I had a troll for one of the moderators, was a troll of mine named Addie. And
let's get to the meat of this Arby's Sex Pest sandwich. What people are saying is like, okay, but make this make sense. If they were already in your Discord with these NSFW pictures, why have to send them unsolicited? Why send them pictures if they're already in a folder full of?
If they're already in there, that was kind of just that was just on me. I mean, I don't know if I want to say it's hormonal or what, but I just was like, oh, you're saying I'm fat. Well, I mean, I'm confident in my body, and that wasn't right to do. And I guess that's not something I would think about. And that wasn't right at all. And so, but no one knew. No one knew that this person was a minor. And once we knew right away, my admin, they were completely but guys, that's someone called her heavy, someone called her fat, and she wanted to prove, even though there were pictures in the Discord, stop asking me that. Yes, there was a folder full of NSFW pictures, but she was hormonal possibly, or just and sent the alleged minor additional pictures, or sent the minor pictures unsolicited. Two pictures, yeah. I mean, but in the eyes of the law, it doesn't matter if it's 2 or 200. But you said what could have been a minor who said they were a minor, and then there was contact from completely wasn't pictures, I'd understand, but they were not.
And then because people are also asking, then there was contact from a parent to right.
No, that was him trolling in emails, which he does, and that will come to light too. And I hope you share, the screenshot that I shared with you that came from January, and saying that they will troll.
I got you.
As much as they can to Yeah, I think that screenshot is very important, because it's showing just our thought process in January, and the facts and proves over the fuckery. Oh, I can't say that word right.
No, you say fuckery. I'm unsponsored. Water Sliding had something to say, which I don't agree with. Water Sliding ! Says, guys, seriously. There's a lot of reasons to send unsolicited dirty pics to community members. Let's be adults here. Waterslide, I have 2 points for you. One, you never sent unsolicited.
I never did that.
Well, you never sent unsolicited dirty pictures, okay? And then, because you just admitted that you did. So to say you didn't now, plus, come on. And then two, let's be adult.
And this was.
Well, you're roboting really badly.
Any of this has nothing to do with.
No, I know, but they're asking the questions in the chat. Like I'm trying to, because you're not calling out the no good nicks in the chat, so I have to do both jobs right now.
But
it's really hard.
You understand that you're putting troll accounts on the screen, and you're just kind of making
them on
this
there
a
to
drama
call
thing.
them out, because I want these people to see. You put them up there like that, and you call them out, and then they stop, because really it's the comments from people like I am Dina and those people. Well, you kind of have to respond. That's the point of the show. It's not to just sit here and with on your hands show. It's Spade in the shade. So all right.
I agree with the Spade, and I did not agree to. And I have, your message where we agreed that we weren't going to make this about drama, and we want to talk about.
I'm not making it about. I'm making it about answering the audience's questions, because if we don't answer them, how much worse does that look?
Yeah, trolling.
Again, you're roboting, so I'm assuming that what you said is okay. Let's continue. So I have another one, and it says, Wes, do you want me to ask Muse Talks if she can lend you the soother? And that might mean a pacifier. Remember, you wanted that woman after you saw those baby diaper pics of her, which could not be more wrong. Those pictures were found 2 months after Muse left my home on Instagram, and I thought it was disgusting and funny. I will be honest, when she's talking about I'm a published model, some of those pictures were for, maybe she made $50 for the day. So good for her. And then she said, Wes Most is such a big victim baby that he can false copyright strike me, cry all over Twitter, tagging YouTube, steal content from me afterwards, including a copywritten song, steal my artwork, create a weekly show about me. But this baby back bish victim crybaby bully is sitting on Instagram with his girlfriends crying about one meme made of him. I don't have Instagram. I don't use Instagram. I don't even know what she's talking about. So I'm sure whatever the meme was, it was as hilarious as her other comedy attempts, and it wasn't at all cringe and stupid. And here was the post where she shared, here was our conversation with that awful picture. And she says, very graphic picture of Muse. I said, don't send. Which, of course, that never happened. Do not care if it's on Instagram. I do not need to see it, because she tries to call it revenge porn. Sweet dreams to my little malicious revenge porn spreading supporter friend, the most worst, who loves to try to gas women up against each other and who sends them revenge porn that can trigger them. He knew it would. Don't even. It was her dressed as a baby. Why would I think that would trigger her, and why would I send it? Was all part of a joke. We were joking. And she said, no, thank you. I would rather let RSN rape me. And I said, LOL, wow, because that is an extreme response. And she said, he used to find the jokes funny. Now he mad. This was before I changed my mind for real about RSN. So does that mean then she thought he was a rapist, and now she believes he's her future? Because that's why she makes so many sexy songs about him. And what are your thoughts on that, Jessi? Jessi got to go off mute.
Yeah. So am I off mute now, or?
No, you sound like a robot.
Hello. I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, that's why I came. I don't know how to fix it. So
yeah, okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, I can hear you better now. So, what are your thoughts on that?
So yeah, she wants to compare anyone that comes out with claims against you to be a muse, and she likes to do a lot of comparisons. And I think that it's really, her image here is really funny. RSN simp, and she's calling you an RSN simp when it's quite the opposite. And
I don't know. I don't know if RSN simps for me, but I just prefer. I think that no one is simping for anyone. RSN and I do not. It's not like we communicate every day, every week, every month. We just don't. But if you don't agree with Queen of Spade, then you are an RSN simp or a Neg simp or any of the other people. You could be a Miss Parker simp, and now I sometimes you might be a West Most simp. If I get enough.
Can you take that comment off your screen? I mean,
what comment?
I thought we agreed. No drama.
Oh, hold on. I'm not. Again, I keep trying to explain to you. This is not something I ordinarily have to do. Both things. I'm looking at one screen.
Yeah, and then you have to click on the thing. Yeah, it's a double. Yeah, it's a double thing. I totally get that.
It's a double thing.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. Just keep that up. It's also blocking. Yeah. Okay, yeah. There you go.
There. All right.
Turn off my auto tune. Okay. Chatterbait Billy. Oh God. How do I get auto tune? No one ever told me how do I get that, because I would love to have do auto tune.
Let's stick to Queen of Spade, because it's already spun off the rails so much. Well, yeah, we can talk about auto tune, after.
Okay. I would love an app name or something.
And then this was one where she tells the whole story, my whole story of Muse, and tells it wrong, and says that I asked for donations and help from friends all over the net, and big creators came to my back, and I had to spend money on lawyer fees, which all of that is wrong. I've never asked for a single donation. I've never accepted a donation. There have been no donations sent my way. As a matter of fact, the $500 that I was paying Muse to leave my home, $250 of it went to the National Trafficking Hotline, and the other $250 I gave away in a retweet contest to spread awareness about the Muse videos. So Queen of Spade, again, just making bullshit up. And I didn't have to spend money on lawyer fees that first time because the Muse didn't even show up. It was like, I think I spent $200 on that first one. The second one, yeah, I had to pay more because, Muse likes going to court. People like this, these victim types who make things up about people and are constantly victims and believe everyone's out to get them. They are the first people to pick up the phone and call the police. They will harass people and do whatever they can and make up stories about people, but as soon as a little heat's on them and they're about to be exposed for their bullshit, they want to get the law involved. So no, wrong, and I never claimed to be a victim. If anything, I could tell you that I'm sure Muse would agree that turned out much, much worse for Muse than it did for me, and no one will believe Muse again because people like this don't deserve to be believed when they're the biggest victim.
And not only that, but she didn't expect the human trafficking call. She didn't expect that to be exposed. Like that.
No, of course not.
She thought that was going to be like a private call. But
yeah, well, what she really expected was everyone just to believe her because you believe all victims, and she had tried this before a few years earlier. She had human trafficking claims, and so it's always something with her. And this next one, it was me and Slothcat and I, who all of a sudden she's including Slothcat, the person that she struck for using some of her songs in a video where she was twerking in dirty underwear, and she got so mad she did a copyright strike. And
how do you do a copyright strike? Because I'm fairly interested in that, considering everything going on. I have tried, and they every time they go through all the links and everything, they say you need to go to court, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? All these links that have been hitting and pressing and all that.
Who's stealing your content?
Well,
No,
anyone that has used my Twitch content, which I kind of knew that people were going to do this anyway, but in the Twitch contract, you sign off multiple times, because I was like, why do I have to keep saying this? Like, you agree that there's two different things you switch off and on Twitch. You can say that people can copy your videos, and then people can't copy your videos. So you can sign two different agreements. I signed the agreement saying that people cannot copy my videos, and then I can.
She's a mom with CPTSD.
Hold on, because people are reminding me.
She is a mom. She is a mom with CPTSD.
That's the thing to remember, guys. Nothing that Queen does is going to matter because she is a mom with CPTSD, and that is the biggest takeaway from all of these messages. Is she's a mom, she has CPTSD, and we don't even need this problem.
Good point, evil little McNuggets.
Because
it's the same thing, the same exact thing. I'm a mom.
This girl is a mess.
I'm a mom.
So yeah, we don't even we don't, and then one more reminder.
Stop sipping for RSN.
So let's stop that. So back to and Slothcat had a response, and I thought it was kind of a cool response. So I wanted to play that because she thought that Slothcat was going to take that sitting down. So there were two things that happened. First of all, because Queen was so upset about the video, she didn't want the video up, and she was embarrassed about the dirty undies. So we changed the twerk video.
I heard she mad rich. I heard she dead broke. I heard she sniffing coke.
Shut up, bitch. Hey yo, Kim the Spade.
Man, she don't write her shit.
Nah, Biggie wrote her shit. Shut up, bitch. I heard she going to jail.
I heard she out on bail.
So the cartoon lives on, and then of course there's still the original.
I heard she mad rich. I heard she dead broke. I heard she sniffing coke.
Shut up, bitch. Hey yo, Kim the Spade.
Man, she don't write her shit.
Nah, Biggie wrote it.
So don't worry, guys, that's still there. And then, of course, the new classic, the new responses Slothcat had for Queen of Spade, that she can't strike.
Nuts on your chin. Since you put yourself on my dick, I put my nuts on your chin. Nuts on your chin. Since you put yourself on my dick, I put my nuts on your chin. Nuts on your chin. Since you put yourself on.
Now, I personally would be worried about my nuts on that chin, because have you seen that brown tooth? That shit spreads. And once that gets into the dick, it's going to rot right off, just like that tooth is. Pepsi dick is a big deal. What did you think of those drops, Jessi?
The nuts on my chin was freaking hilarious. But yeah, definitely. I didn't even realize the meth teeth until it was pointed out to me. I guess I kind of just listened to her rant and everything. And then, it's pointed out to me, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, so she seems to come after people where they have talent, and she lacks talent.
Yeah,
very familiar. I
What
feel
do you
like
mean?
fried chicken. Coming after people with talent. Like, I'm hungry for some fried chicken.
Like evil little McNuggets.
Yeah. So just attacking people, and or know where it freaking comes from, just like such because with me, I like talented people, especially when they're more talented than me. It's inspiring, and I'm very it's an opportunity to grow more. But some people see it as I'm weak and I'm upset.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because like we talk about people who were upset, and Evil Little McNuggets was very upset earlier today when I let them know that they were no longer a part of Spade in the Shade, and Evil Little McNuggets had a lot of issues with that, because they were like, I helped build the show and we had a good dynamic and things like that, and they said a lot of really mean things, and they brought up a lot of things about you, and they brought up the Celsius stuff. They brought up like the Theo stuff, and they brought up like when you said that Addie, when you accused Addie of spreading CP, or no, getting arrested for I'm only bringing it up because people are putting it in the chat.
Yeah.
What?
I said fish baiting people, but I do not want to talk about drama, and I
don't want to talk about it either. Listen, the last thing I want to do is talk about this on Spade in the Shade, but people are bringing it up in the chat, and I can't just.
Well, you don't have to read the chat. You don't.
Okay, so I'm just going to ignore that people are saying the person on my panel.
No. Ignore it. Yeah, the crazy.
Okay, I can't just Jessi. I cannot just ignore that people are asking questions about it. So can I just address it really quickly?
Yeah, but I feel like it's more of taking over the stream. But yeah, of course.
Okay, but if the comments continue, that takes over. Guys, I'm going to say it now, and I'm not going to say it again. Last week, Jessi did falsely accuse someone of sexually assaulting children. Made it up because Jessi was mad, but you did make
the tit for tat thing, and I was accused of being a pedophile, and it wasn't right.
No one, there's absence of any proof, right? Like, so I mean, you say that you were accused of it, so you accuse this person of it on a live stream.
Yeah, no, and it wasn't right, and I want that to be addressed, and that's why we're going to do the lie detector test.
Well, you said you didn't want it to be addressed.
That I have no malice.
People are addressing it. People are addressing it in the chat, so I want to make sure that we get it out there, so that people.
Go in the chat.
I can't hear you. What was that?
You don't have to be in the chat. I mean, you can, talk to people.
I can't do the show without this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
coming in as Arby's and all this stuff, and it just seems a bit kind of unnecessary.
Well, I'm not the people in the chat. Like, these people are coming to the show to watch a show, and quite frankly, they're probably not getting the best show, because there's a lot of questions in the chat that aren't being addressed, and then they're going, well, why are they ignoring these questions?
But we agreed that we would say that we don't want to talk about drama tonight. It'll be about Shade and Spade, and then we will address things later on, because
how are you going to address it with the people who are asking about sending pictures to minors and unsolicited nudes, and how are we going to address that later?
Because I've had this going on in my streams for months, so like I'm used to this. Just let them talk, and then let the truth actually come out. I mean, you can't control anything because then they're going to come into all of your streams. So
and then they'll just keep coming back. But then they'll just keep coming back and asking the same questions if the questions don't get answered now.
Right. Yeah, it's called like spam trolling. So just wait and, you know, everything will come out, you know.
What do you mean?
I think that, you know, everything's going to come out like we discussed.
Well, I mean, but how everything? But like, they're specifically addressing the false claims about the female last week. That's what they're
time. But that's something that we discussed. It would be more appropriate to say that these allegations are going to be addressed in the future time. You know?
Oh yeah, all right, guys, they're going to be addressed at a future time. So did it happen? Yes, but there was a tit for tit reason for it, and it'll be addressed later. Are you satisfied with that? Here, let me put.
Yeah. Oh, do you said tit for tit? This is supposed to be an appropriate stream, Wes.
Tit for my bad. Tit for tat. And then I did get a message from someone who had something that they wanted to add. Well, first of all, let's move to the next slide here before we get hot, guys, because we're minutes from hopping into our reaction to Queen of Spade, and this was Queen of Spade posting about you and sharing the videos that Nuggies had put up on the channel and attacking me, saying that I'm disgusting and that I should be ashamed of myself and everything else. But you know, like, if again, Queen has no idea what's going on. It's telling people that they need help and they need meds, and then the video it said some things about the Gilgo Beach murder and the sex, but like all the things that you didn't want being said. But Queen of Spade posted several times about you, which I thought was pretty crazy, especially considering these were in here for today's stream. But you know, and then she went on with it. She didn't watch any of it. She doesn't know what's going on. All she knows is that there's someone that she can argue with and be on their side. And RSN is mentioned. RSN is mentioned again and again. But you know, I need to do this real quickly and let Celsius Sucks Girl. Celsius Sucks Girl, are you there?
Hello.
Hey, who is this?
It's Celsius Sucks Girl.
Hey, Celsius Sucks Girl, why did you want to join the stream?
I just wanted to talk a little bit, see what's going on.
That's Nuggets. So you're either going to end that right now or we're done.
Well, hold on, because Jessi, hold on.
No, I'm not. Nope, Wes, I'm telling you right now, you're going to end that conversation or we're done. Because
I will. I
will.
Why are you scared of me?
No, I will.
No, I don't want to talk to someone that is severely mentally ill.
And the only one who's mentally ill here is you, babe.
And someone who, I've talked to people about this and saying that why do I feel like he's going to have her on stream? So
I was not going to have Nuggies on the stream. Nuggies came and asked to join because they had something that they wanted to say. So I'm
not going to.
Hey, Jessi, why did you accuse me and Addie of child rape?
That is a good question.
Why did you accuse me of being a Nazi? Why'd you accuse me of all these things? That's the whole freaking thing. You're disgusting.
Yeah, a silly little joke about a Nazi Celsius drink is the same as accusing someone of child rape.
Joke? Saying that my hair is red and I look like a clown.
That is a joke, and it's very funny.
That's a joke. That's
a bully.
Exactly.
That's a bully comment.
So, are you going to relieve her from her stream, or I'm going to leave? And
relieve me. I don't think you're going to shut me
out. That she wanted to add to the stream.
No, because listen, we all know that she's mentally ill and we'd want the best for her, but she goes off on a whole rampage and I don't want to be involved. So we're going to do this.
I'm the one on the rampage, but you're the one falsely accusing people of sexual crimes when you're the one sending unsolicited nudes.
That never happened. Show me proof. You have no proof.
You sent them to Wes. You sent them to Wes.
And you're feeling very strange because you're deranged. And you're very strange. I'm going to hang up now because you are a fucking dork.
Well, hold on.
I will stab you with the fork. If you come with these accusations.
Oh, is that a death threat? Oh, is that a threat? Is that a threat?
Let's not threaten.
Never make it to heaven.
What?
Well, according to Jessi, saying things like go to hell is a threat.
How are you going to keep Nuggies out of heaven?
Okay, yeah. So this was definitely set up, and
there was no setup. There was no setup.
Definitely.
I literally just messaged Wes.
Jessi,
and asked if I could come on.
I don't know, but why would you take that call? We have a lot
Because
of
Wes
things
is
to talk
stupid.
about.
What do you think? Okay.
Yes,
I'm
so then
pretty
why
smooth.
did he hung up on you? This is a setup.
No, there's no setup. Like Nuggets came on
Hung
and
up on
wanted
her.
to. What?
I mean, it's like
What?
Nuggets wanted to come on and maybe Nuggets. Would you like to do this next?
there's nothing that she can say because what she has done to Cybersqueak,
It's
she
they.
has made people victims
Yeah, still they there.
and other people.
Well, let's. Why don't we do this next
it's ridiculous.
slide together?
What
Why
is
don't we
this
do
high school? What is it? Because she did the whole Mean Girls high school thing, right? Like, because I know she's young, but Mean Girls came out when I was in high school, and you
You're
were
like
probably
almost
like
30,
8 years old.
shitting on someone who's 20
So-
years old. You're so jealous of me.
Okay, yeah, that makes total sense.
You know what I
Show
think
me
right now calls for, guys?
You are.
I
Do you
think,
not
Why
remember
don't
that
you-
catty comment you left on the
Okay.
community post? Do you not
Look,
remember
guys,
that?
let's get to the rap part of the rants, raps,
I'm
and
not-
racism, and we'll be right back, all
Some
three of us,
Nazi.
to look at some of these slides.
So what's worse?
Diamonds on fleet, bitch. I ain't talking about heat. Put it on streets. We straight up the streets. Straight up the streets. Straight up the streets to a penthouse. Straight up the streets to a penthouse, Miami Beach. Yo, bitches talk crazy on tweets. They don't want it cause I come to defeat. I peep, these bitches all sweet. Bamboo sticks all in a Jeep. There's a new weirdo every week. Get the whip, put it up for my seats. No cure for the IG disease. Do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Do anything for clout. Bitch, watch your mouth. Bitch, stay in your place. Bitch, get out my way. Bitch on your ass, Kim K. No disrespect, the bitches be tripping, but we love ya. Swapping our cars with my bitch. I bought her the Lambo, she bought me the rip. Practice, practice, practice make perfect. Bitch, it's never too late. I took the out of the snake. I took the soul out of the snake. Did not see the bills up out of the bank. The blog and the media fake. Shorty DM me, I ain't straight. I'm not gonna bite on the bait. Sipping on toxic waste. On your low with your bitch and it's great. Mask on her face. Chase her. Run to the set, we in shape. If I go broke, she gon' leave, escape. I put $2 million in the safe, just in case it don't go my way. My kid gotta have money, not just me. That's selfish. Ooh, I took the crown off the king like Mike did Elvis.
It looks like we lost Jessi. Guys, I really asked for a bully-free zone tonight, and I don't feel like we got that. And the bully-free zone is a hallmark of the show. And just because someone sends unsolicited nudes to potential minors or accuses people of horrible, awful crimes or is constantly a victim of someone or something and believes that everyone is out to get them does not mean that person should be bullied. And I mean, Nuggies, welcome back to the show, I guess, because I can't do it alone.
Yeah.
Would you at least join me? And then I'll refire you after. Will you at least join me to finish out the show?
I mean, I guess, but I'm not going to be happy about it. I really didn't appreciate you firing me out of nowhere.
Can we be honest though? When are you ever happy?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. I mean, kind of like, it's like, I imagine this will be like doing a stream with Eeyore.
You know what? Okay, fuck you. I might just leave just for that comment.
Hold on. I'm getting a Skype call, which is what a strange time to be getting a Skype call from Jessi. I obviously can't answer that, but well, I guess I'll go kill myself. And that's how I imagine Eeyore would sound if Eeyore was on the stream.
That's what I sound like. So
Everyone's
it's a pretty good Nuggets impression.
Everyone's favorite bipolar donkey, Eeyore. So this was Queen of Spade. Can you see my screen?
I can.
Queen of Spade asking, why not do a PSA for real about what your channel is all about? And this was, of course, the anti-bullying PSA presented by Celsius Energy that you had a role in.
I did. That was
you had a role in, and Cybersqueak had a role in, and Jessi, who I think we just lost, but hopefully she's able. Oh, she did. She hopped back in here. So let's re-add Jessi. Hey, Jessi, welcome back.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely not doing this with a psychopath, and I have messages going on being like, what the heck is going on? So yeah.
So are you coming here to tell us that you're not going to be here?
So I'm just going to be Nuggets from now on. Yeah, I'm bland. Yeah, I'm bland. I have nothing else to say. I sound like a Siri doll.
You're literally so pressed. It's really funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this will make for guys. I don't know about you, but I think this will make for a really good show if we can have this kind of dynamic. And I add in like some springs
no,
and
I do not want to talk. I do not want to be on a stream with someone who's so severely mentally ill that they have stalked me for this amount of time. And
I didn't know you
discussed this, and you said that you were going to do it, and you lied. You're a liar.
No, I'm not on.
Yep.
Why did you have the link?
Screenshots.
Nuggies, why did you have the? Did she really did come to tell us that she wasn't going to be before I can even do this?
That's
I
so
didn't
rude.
even get a chance to hit the bell.
I wanted to give her some pointers on her songs about me.
Well, I don't think now is the time or place for that, and there are probably a lot of confused people in the audience now. But again, I just want to say that just because Jessi has sent news to an alleged minor and it made up horrible lies about people sexually assaulting both adults and children, doxed people numerous times. Just because they've done those things and acted much like Queen of Spade or Muse or any of these other people doesn't mean that person deserves to be bullied with comments like Arby's because they've got the beef. That's inappropriate. No, that's now you're coming on with the
No,
hot bully comment.
I'm saying the slogan.
What is it? We've got the beef. That's it. And I'm laughing because I'm disgusted by you.
Neil Rearick says that he thought Jessi and I have really good chemistry.
I thought so too. And I'm hoping Jessi will hop back in and do their best Evil Little McNuggets impression. Maybe you can do a Jessi impression.
You know, my voice is just so monotone and flat. I don't think I could pull off.
I am the sugar in this boring bowl of Queen of Spade oatmeal. So, but yeah, again, Queen of Spade getting involved in something she knows nothing about, much like every other thing she does in life, including YouTube. When she is talking about the PSA and how we need to do a real PSA, because here at the Most Worst, I stand for attacking women about past abuse. They went to the I don't know what the fuck she's talking about, but this PSA was about Jessi. Jessi and you know maybe some of the claims that have been made and some of the people that have been hurt by those claims and continually hurt by those claims. Well, maybe some of the people who are here in the chat tonight.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but Queen is actually really good at making any topic about herself.
Really?
Yes.
So like I could say something like you know, well back in 2012 I lost my brother, and she'd say, you think that's bad? I have
CPTSD.
I have CPTSD, and I have communities after me since 2019, all because I wouldn't have sex with their friends. So now, because I base a lot of my decisions and a lot of what I do and how I behave on who fucked RSN.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, like, you know, you're gonna buy a car. Well, I want to know, did this person have sex with RSN? Yes or no? And if not, why not?
Well, see, I mean, I do that too, but even with just smaller purchases, I mean, I had to figure out if I wanted to get white bread or wheat bread, because which one does RSN like?
Which one does RSN shove his dick in? Would RSN shove his dick right in that loaf of wheat bread, or would he pound that white bread? It's that kind of question.
Exactly. And so
I would think because some of the wheat bread has like seeds and stuff in it, he would prefer like a nice loaf of Wonder Bread.
Well, I mean, some people are a little
soft. I don't think, but I'm just saying, like, if you get like the Dave's Killer Bread that has a lot of the seeds and shit, you can just scratch your dick right up.
And people are into some things, man.
People are into some things. We all have our fetishes. And then Queen of Spade literally begging us to, well, really just me, because who are you? Looks like Jessi is back, guys. So I'm gonna re-add Jessi, and I remind everyone this is still a bully-free stream, and I promise you, this is moving along, and there are just some things that people were saying in the chat that needed to be addressed. They needed to be addressed. So let's bring Jessi back.
So people want to know why you have the boring bitch on your stream. They're very confused. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, why do you have this boring person? And it's wild.
This girl is a mess.
Obviously, she's jealous of me.
Stop that, Nuggies.
9 months ago.
This girl is a mess.
So people want to know why you are letting this person on your screen after a supposedly channel takeover. She lied.
Okay, fine.
It's the worst. You make $800,000 a year, so that has to also be addressed. You have made up lies.
All right, so I went ahead and pulled Jessi out real quick because I didn't feel like that was at all. And I didn't hear Queen of Spade mentioned once in that. I heard a lot of attacks on you. Oh, and it looks like now she hung up. Then and that might have been my fault, but I didn't hear a whole lot about Queen of Spade in that. We were in the middle of discussing this. Queen of Spade putting up a video and telling me that I needed to go and watch it because she promised she would be ring and being a total spaz.
We run a very tight schedule around here. We can't have too many side conversations.
Well, there can't be too many interruptions, and I would love to hear back from Jessi and maybe address some of the claims that you came in. You came in hot. You came in hot with claims, and I didn't feel like those were addressed. I felt like maybe Jessi just wanted to get out of here, and that's unfortunate because here at the Most Worst, we are about nothing if not getting to the truth. And I watched this video and it was about someone I didn't know, and she was talking about things I didn't understand. So it was just another Queen of Spade video as far as I was concerned.
So this wasn't any reaction to your content. This is just some random person, and
she was making a video about someone that claimed that they watched my videos, and so I didn't know who this person was. Or even what she was talking about, and I responded, I don't know who that person is. I didn't watch, but apparently 42 other people did or whatever. You know, they were into it and watched it, and you know, as far as her, anytime she tells me, oh, I'm reading perfectly and being a total spaz, I know it's going to be boring because she doesn't do it on purpose. She can't turn it on and off. She's just insane.
I really appreciate from Queen of Spade.
What's that?
That, you know what, she doesn't care about what the woke mob says about different uses of words, because she has an autistic child, and so she's got the pass to say phrases like spaz.
Just like she got the N-word pass from her friend, and because of she got the CPTSD pass. So that basically that CPTSD pass is like if you ever go to the carnival and you can buy the bracelet and get on everything as many times as you want, that's the CPTSD badge for Queen, because she wears it on her wrist and no one can say nothing because and all she got to do, flash the badge,
and then she gets right in. Gets to go on the House of Mirrors as many times as she wants. And then this is to end it out. This was my favorite, and it's Queen saying self-deprecating humor is real easy for me. We can say that, LOL, and that's funny because I don't see a lot of self-deprecating humor. I see a lot of anger and a lot of oh yeah, or why are you saying that about me, and you know, tearful streams and angry streams, but not a lot of humor and not a lot of self-deprecating humor. Well, I think there's some self-deprecation. It's just unintentional. I think
it's self-defecation is what she meant.
That's true. It's self-defecation and self-deprecation because
I think just self-defecation. I don't think there's anything. I think she was trying to get a little too smart for the room with that one. She poops herself.
That is a lot of syllables.
She doo-doos herself, and that's, you know, and I'm not saying that it's right that she doo-doos herself, but she doo-doos herself, and it is what it is. If you ever look, Queen of Spades just come right out and be like, I am who I am, I will be who I will be, and I will shit myself when I want to shit myself.
Well, it's because she's let RSN and Treasure Baby in whatever hole they want, causes the leakage after a while. Because,
you know, I know we played this the last time, but I know what you guys are saying. I've seen the emails, I've seen the comments. You're saying, guys, play that sexy, steamy conversation between RSN and Queen of Spade one more time. All right. You guys have asked for it, so here we go.
Why are you so sexy? I want to come on your face.
Aw, damn, babe. Fuck. Tongue face, hard eyes. I want to lick your pussy, then stick my dick deep inside. Damn.
I'll let you put it anywhere you want.
Hope you're liking the blonde so far.
Ooh, so sexy, even with clothes on. Winky tongue out face. I do. Heart face. That last pic is hot AF.
Pushing deep in your pussy while I'm grabbing your neck.
And I grind on you and gasp for air.
I would finger your ass while I fuck you. And when I'm about to come, pull out and come all over your tits and pussy.
What if I want it in my mouth, though?
I can come wherever you want, winky face. I want to see your tits so bad. Damn!
LOL, so I'm having this convo, then jump on Reddit to share my video. And have to write in your Reddit that we aren't fucking. LOL.
Well, not yet, no. I never want stuff like this to be public. I don't understand why it does, but yeah, I get it's funny. Lol. The only reason that's ever happened is because I knew people were trying to fuck me over. I'm not trying to get you in trouble. That's why I'm saying just absolutely keep us talking on any level to just us. Nobody needs to know you're close to me.
I am not trying to get you in trouble either. I am not joking when I say my husband is crazy and connected. Like, I can't leave him. I would be dead. I also know too much about some things. He was a biker. I know some serious things. I would actually go missing. That's not a joke. Not even because of my husband. Because of the people he associated with.
So I cut that one off because I think people might be getting too sexual, and we haven't even got to the rants yet.
Yeah, it's getting hot. Why is that?
It is getting rather hot. So we got through the I mean, there was some racism. There was a comment the other night that was like, "We's people's gotta be the yous," and it was about Ms. Parker. And I mean, really the theme, if we had to sum up every stream each week, it would be that Queen is a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
And people like Queen who make false accusations against people and dox people and think the whole world's out to get them, they deserve this treatment, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
They deserve to be trolled and ridiculed and called out for that bad behavior, whether it's saying everyone is tying you to chomos, or it's accusing people of assaulting children or assaulting adults or trying to extort multiple people. All of that deserves to be called out. But hey, we have some streams to look at, and the first one I wanted to look at was called "This Ends Now." And what that stream was, it was actually a stream after someone called her out on her use of socks that, just gas her up. The socks that are like, "Oh my God, Queen, another brilliant point." And so she got really pissed off about being caught and called out. And so she did a stream, a really angry stream. This one's 6 minutes. So we're gonna watch through this and give our transformative take on what's going on. I do understand that Jessi is streaming right now, but we're not going to break off from that because this is a Queen of Spade stream. So let's continue.
Did her socks call it other people bitches? Is that how she got figured out?
I just, it's breath stank. That's how we knew. That's how you knew. You could, and then also you could tell it had on dirty panties, and that's the instant giveaway.
You could smell the Pepsi breath and the bruised tooth a mile away.
Yeah, the Pepsi breath mixed with the rotten tooth. It's a very distinct smell. Very distinct.
Well, 2019. Even before I knew who Real Stream News was. So, this here is a comment from someone called A Blissful Wanderer of the Stars, I guess, since, nobody can ever comment to me, though, about any of this stuff, without having their whole, lives dug into and all their accounts posted everywhere and blah, blah, blah. As you can see, there's...
And just for context, the original comment was that comment about me doxing people's information or something that Chris gave me information and I used that and something about me using that. And so this Blissful Wanderer of the Stars immediately after Queen posted that was like, "Hey, remember Wes when Chris gave you my real information and you used that against me? I sure as heck remember." And it's just funny because if people really did if there was proof of this or me getting any information, why would they go to Queen of Spade to post that? Why wouldn't they go to someone reputable that someone cared about or actually believed, not someone who's constantly making bullshit up? Isn't that weird?
Wait, Queen isn't a reputable source?
No, yeah, Queen is actually full of shit and a liar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Queen
you
is a
for
real-
informing me. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, Queen is a real piece of shit and will just make things up. But yeah, had this person who, as soon as she posts, they're there with with information about how I use their information, and there was someone else who was backing up every Muse story that she was writing about, and so it's just like this is how Queen spends her day. And so what Queen really got mad about is you can't see it because their camera quality is shit, but right under that, someone named Liz. Who I guess was using a picture of Queen of Spade when they were 19, had an account and was asking, why is it that every single comment you get at your side is from your own sock puppet accounts? Blissful Wanderer of the Stars, busted, my dear. And this comment, after Queen will be like, oh, boo-hoo, one comment made you mad. This comment was enough for her to do this stream. This one comment.
A
Comment?
whole stream.
I'm sure you can read it. I don't want to read it again, okay? It's pissing me off. So then I get this other comment from an account named Liz, which is supposed to be a parody account of me. Remember, you guys don't open up a parody accounts of me, right? None of you do that? Mm-hmm. And it says, why is that every single comment you get on your side is from your own sock puppet accounts? Blissful Wanderer of the Stars. Busted, my dear. Ha, ha, ha. Right? Which is hilarious because if you know me at all, you would know that I would never ever call myself like Blissful Wanderer of the Stars, considering I don't like the word bliss. It reminds me of MLMs, and I don't believe in astrology. These people actually think that when I'm like speaking out about On Passive, that I'm actually in On Passive. They think when I like make funny jokes about astrology or about karma that I'm like going against being an atheist. It's really sad. Like they are the dumbest group of people to ever try to run something and troll someone I have ever seen in all my lives.
Queen,
so then
I don't think you're anybody. That you have any room to tell people that they're dumb.
At all.
I mean, she can barely read. She can't teach a kid how to read.
Well, right, and the reading is one thing, but it's the comprehension that's another. Because I will continually write, and I could post screenshots showing our last conversation in 2020 when she got mad at me about mugs, and I told her to fuck off and blocked her. But she will still say, "Oh, Wes got mad and was whining because I wouldn't help him anymore, and he was whining." Again, divorce was a very happy time for me. I was very happy to be divorced. There was no whining. Why would I whine to Queen of Spade? Why would anyone go to Queen of Spade for anything unless it was tips on how to make your tooth look as brown as possible? Just one. I just want one brown ass tooth.
I have a question.
Please.
In that conversation with her, did you use words with more than one syllable?
I did, and that was my bad.
Yeah, that's where you fucked
that
up.
Was my bad. I should have wrote it all down phonetically. Yeah. So yeah, that we all learn lessons.
Confused, right? Because in order for someone to claim that Chris would have had their personal information, they would definitely then have to be somebody that Chris Hansen has talked to, not just Wes, because Wes went to Chris for the information.
Why does she think that? I mean, I produce every piece that I produce with Chris. I produce on my own. Any guest that we've done a piece on, I get on my own. Chris doesn't hand me over information and say like, "Hey, contact this person." I was the only person who had contact with EDP after EDP was busted. That wasn't from Chris. That's me. But why would Queen? How does she think she knows what's going on?
Well, she thinks she knows like about everything. She thinks she's super smart and can deduce things without any ounce of evidence.
Yeah, or she'll just make it up. She'll just make it up to fit whatever narrative that she has, and it doesn't matter because as soon as you say you can provide proof, and she'll be like, "Oh, whatever, you're just the RSN simping all over again."
And the screenshots are faked.
The screenshots are faked. Real cute. You fake those, but I just don't know where she would believe that I'm getting information from Chris and I'm using it against people, but it fits what she wrote as herself as the sock. But real 4D chess going on here from a fucking moron.
Why would Chris Hansen ever have my information? Does Chris Hansen have my personal information.
Why would Chris Hansen have her? So she's trying to say, why would I write this as a sock if Chris Hansen doesn't have my? That's why you wrote it as a sock, you dumb ass. What is she talking about?
That's a great question. I have had such trouble following her.
I'm 10 minutes in, and I'm more irritated now than with the previous co-host.
Should I be worried?
I mean, I can leave.
About
you can do
Chris
the show on your own.
No, thank you. No. I'm irritated with Queen of Spade. I said the previous co-host, the one that was here, that left in a huff for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
My personal information. We all know Vince had my personal information. I always wondered how that happened. Things are just all coming together now, aren't they? So I'm very confused as to why Wes would go to Chris for my personal information, or why I would think I could make an account pretending to be someone who's been a victim or featured on Hansen, or went to Hansen about something, which anyone who goes to him, you can trace, you can find out, by the way, knowing that all you guys research everything and would find out. Like, what is wrong with you? But this is what I mean. I think you people are smart, but you're not. You're not, okay? But let's talk about something else for a minute, because here's the thing. This is a picture of me when I was a teenager. Okay? Why are you making accounts of me from before I was 20 years old? For you to take pictures of me when I'm a teenager, and I've talked about this before and how they do this, and you all go, oh, no, they don't do this. There's no way in life. This is it right here. Here's one of them. There's a few of them.
You think that's Queen of Spade that did that?
That made the sock account? That's bullying her. So she, this is, okay, so you said that this was 4D chess, like as a joke, but for her to make a sock account agreeing with her, then to make another sock account disagreeing with her, just so she could piss herself off enough for content.
Yeah.
That's big brain shit right there.
Well, because no one watches anything of hers other than the drama stuff.
That's true. Also, I'm having a hard time. Maybe it's just because of like the quality, but does she have like dreadlocks? Or is it just like really processed hair?
It's just dirt. What do you mean dreadlocks?
Because I can't really see. It almost looks like I can see like mats.
Let's just say it's filth and move on.
That's fair.
Too many questions.
These of me in high school from that journal. And this is why I pointed out it's very creepy to me, because a couple of them are a little sexy from when I was a teenager, by the way. A little creepy to me that they went looking for these. And there was suits of like Suit Yourself saying he was reading through my journal trying to find me talking about having sex when I was in high school. Just a lot of that creepy stuff, which again, I have sat here for 2 years talking about how this is done for me. Are you fucking listening? Why is there an account of me opened with a picture of me as a teenager? Why?
Patrick, yes, this really is her voice.
Yeah, sadly that is her real voice. She's not sick. She wasn't gargling diamonds before the show. This is just how it sounds. So imagine that, but like a sex, like, you know, you're making sweet love, or like if that person, what would you think it would sound like if that person made a sexy song about you? Oh wait, you know, I have one right here.
My cat made me awake, murders it, make not away. He buries face in this pussy, no church but sparks fly, okay? It's breakfast, a spoon, money cake, flips me over, goes down, run away. Eat my ass like souffle, say it tastes like candy. Big drumstick like Chick-fil-A, buries face between legs for days. Lap it up, don't let it go to waste. Lets me spray all over his face. Twerk this big old booty, all down his side. Rub up that shaft, Bitch wants to ride. We doing drive-bys. Cock that shift or shoot it right. Pussy wet, slip inside. Looking all up and down my spine. Grab the hair, don't fall off the ride. Hits my G-spot every time. D's all mine, he loves up on me. Not just on Valentine's. We just fuck always. That's how I got the spling. That's right, he got a ring to stop them things. Not like I'd wanna jump ship and ride another wave, cause he keeps me busy. I keep this kitty shape. Throws his hands around my waist. No one does it how we do, I say. No one else can do me his way. You can never hit the spot. Give you close to me this rush, or give D to me this much. Love his touch so lush. Hands like Sir Mix-a-Lot. He does what you could not. You wet cause you a wash. Hand this bitch a washcloth to come in it. He can't get it, huh? You send the deep and rough like it would rot. Throw away them.
So transformatively, what do you think of that sexy song?
It made me expel dampness, if I'm being quite honest.
I think everyone had the because that voice. Now, when you hear the voice normally, you're like meh, but when you hear it like in a sex way, you're like, no, right? Like no, gross.
I mean, different strokes for different folks.
But like no one strokes to that.
Treasure
Joe
Baby
H.
does.
Joe H. Not Treasure Baby. Come on.
Well, yeah, you're right. Maybe Joe H.
Joe H. That's it. Maybe White Tupac. That's it.
Right? So I'm 19 years old in this picture. And some people would argue, oh, well, it's over 18, so it's not underage. Still teen. And how old are all of you? Middle-aged. Most of you are middle-aged men. Explain to me what makes this okay. I'll wait. Because everyone's been sitting out here for 2.5 years telling me I'm a fucking liar, telling me I'm crazy, telling me I'm making up these things that people do to me and etc. And trying to gaslight me, telling me it's just my mental health. So I'll wait for you to explain to me why it is okay for middle-aged grown-ass men to go and look up information on women from when they were a teenager to try to weaponize it against them, to try to control them today and open up accounts using the pictures of that. I'll wait because that's the argument out here, right? If you have a problem with me and you're hooking up with all these losers to come at me with all their lies and bullshit, you are basically saying that behavior is fine to do to me and anyone else. Because as I keep pointing out, don't think that I'll be the only one. You think it's just me this is going to happen to? That was the whole thing with Onision. They were like, yeah, it will just be Onision. No one else will ever get canceled and like this. No. Here we are. Hi.
It started with one thing, and now we're talking about Onision. I don't even understand where we started versus where we ended, but she was very upset about the comments that she posted.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what her end goal with this was.
The end goal was just to be like, someone is using a picture of me when I was 19. A legal teenager, yes, but still a teenager, and that's wrong. And why would I say that that Wes had my information? Because obviously, if I was making up the troll account, I would, act. She was pretending like, why would I do that? And we know why. And all that deflection. Why wouldn't she just ignore this? Why feel the need to make this whole stream where she's yelling about it and pointing out that someone used a picture of her from when she was 19? That obviously must have been online for them to find that picture. What is the point?
That's true. Usually she would just hide the comments or delete
She
them.
hides all the comments, and she'll brag about it. Like you guys are all morons. You're posting all these when you know they're not going to get. So then you're just doing all this for yourself. That's the point of these 100 posts per day, just for yourself.
Do you know what? I think she might be a little bit like Lauren in a few ways, but particularly I think she is so bored out of her mind that she'll just make herself mad to have something to do.
Yeah. And do you want to address what happened earlier? Because I know people are probably confused as to why Jessi was on the show and what kind of went down.
Oh God!
I don't want. It wasn't to highlight and spotlight Jessi in any way.
No, I had been fired by somebody, and we needed an emergency replacement co-host because Wes can't do the show on his own.
And really, it's because Jessi makes a lot of accusations against people, and when we talk about people who are going to go after Queen of Spade, or they're going to talk about Muse, and they're going to talk about Lauren, and they're doing the same thing or worse that these people do, I think sometimes those people need to see that in the cold light of day to realize the damage that they themselves are doing. So how can you talk about Queen of Spade out here making false accusations and attacking people when you yourself are making false accusations and attacking people, accusing a mother of child rape, accusing Joey Teacup? You're gonna accuse Joey Teacup of sexual assault if you don't get $50,000. Like those that wasn't a joke. Those are serious accusations. That's a serious crime. Telling me that if I don't give them $20,000, they were going to continue going on about me and making things up.
Let's not forget devoting a whole channel to things that I didn't even do, and then making a playlist of almost 50 videos of just like 15-second song parodies
in like 3 days.
Yeah, but I'm the stalker.
It's crazy and it's obsessive, and this person is out here sending pictures, unsolicited nudes to many people, including myself, unsolicited nudes to many people. Including an alleged child, and whether the person was a child or not. I mean, the way that To Catch a Predator worked, if you have reason to believe the person is a minor, if they are playing a minor online and you send them a nude, it is the same thing as sending a picture to an actual minor.
Or if somebody has to say that they're a minor just to get you to stop sending nudes because no and stop didn't work.
Yeah, well, yeah, because if you didn't like the nudes the first time, it's probably because you just didn't get the right angle. So let me send you another one. Okay,
but I'm gonna have to circle all of the fat spots and send it back.
That was rough.
Yeah,
that was rough. So I know there were some questions about what was going on and why that happened, and really that was what it was all about. And so I just want to put that out there. So I do apologize if the beginning of the show was a bit of a mess, but I was told that I needed to let Nuggets go tonight, or there were some things that were going to happen. So some things happened. Some things happened.
A lot of things have happened.
So Nugs, let's get into one more stream. We're going to be back on Thursday, and it'll be like a regular show with some new things added, and it won't be a mess, I promise. But I have a couple to choose from. I have a See the Problem. That's a Queen of Spades stream where I'm on the thumbnail, so I imagine there's something about me in there. RSN's Buddy Bandit has figured us out, or why everyone should be aware of Queen of Spade. And I love the title, Why Everyone Should Be Aware of Queen of Spade. And that's actually our next cash contest. What I want is, in the comments, I want like 3 reasons everyone should be aware of Queen of Spade. And just so you guys know, like doo-doo panties, that's already taken. So you can't say like reason 1, doo-doo panties, reason 2, doo-doo panties, reason 3, doo-doo panties. Like that's already taken. But 3 reasons, and this is a $40 Cash App or Amazon gift card or Uber Eats gift card. I want 3 reasons in the comments why everyone should be aware of Queen of Spade. Which of these do you think we should watch and do some quick reaction to?
Well, I think if we're gonna do one, it should be the one that the cash prize is about.
So we should watch Why Everyone Should Be Aware of Queen of Spade.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Let's get into this.
And if it's boring, I'm sorry, it's on me.
It probably
will. Does everyone here hate me so much?
Well,
I really just came here.
That's a really easy question to answer.
To talk about my MLM experience, so that I could speak out about the scams and how culty they were. Make sure other people didn't fall for them. I wanted to talk about other scams, other cults, branched out into pseudoscience, because it all comes hand in hand. And then I wanted to do some comedy. And that was it. I wanted to make some friends, meet some people, have some interesting chats, and do some content. Learn how to get better at making content and have fun. That's all I wanted to do. I do not know why. I am the only person who logs on to the internet, says hello, asks
one question.
I like her distressed, exasperated voice.
Yeah, it's not at all fake or phoned in, not at all. And she's all like, why are people messing? She's running down this list of reasons, and those may be the reasons why she joined YouTube. But you could watch that first video on her channel, her welcome video, and you see a much different Queen of Spade who probably did feel this way, but it didn't take long until she turned into what she is now.
Exactly.
And in the timeline that I see, it all started with the RSN stuff. That's really when things fell apart.
I feel like had RSN not happened, we still would have ended up with a very similar queen.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It just would have been somebody else other than RSN.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it definitely would have been some. I mean, but it maybe, like that whole butterfly effect. It would have been similar, but there would have been some differences. Like maybe she would have a different hairstyle, but still be awful, or maybe it would be a different tooth that was brown, but still be awful. I would love to see all of the alternate realities in which what tooth is discolored and what color is the discoloration. And that's the only difference between the different multiverses of Queen is just the different tooth is dead.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it's still awful, still horrible. The voice is still shrill and disgusting, but like different teeth, and that could be fun, right?
Maybe she has a backwards gray tooth.
Lives in Maine.
Yeah.
Literally, the reason for all of the drama since the beginning of time on here. I don't know. But apparently I finally got an explanation in quite the comment that I think that we should all read, because it explains why I have had this particular hate group since 2019. I'm sure everyone's been wondering what the hell I've been blabbing on about. I talk in code sometimes. I have fun. I trolled back, but it gets to the point, and it diddle.
Does she troll back?
She attempts to.
But how? How does she troll back?
By laughing and saying, haha, I blocked you. Like, that's her version of trolling.
Or having a stream where every person in every comment gets deleted that she doesn't like. That's the trolling back.
I think in her head that's what it is.
Because I see a lot of troll feeding. I see a lot of rants about things and a lot of really funny things that make people keep pushing, but I don't see a ton of trolling back. I don't see anyone saying, go ahead.
What I think it is that she thinks that by acting crazier, it's like her way of trolling back. Like, oh, they're going to do this. Well, I'm going to feed into it, but they don't know that it's a joke. But in reality, all she's doing is feeding trolls.
And that's her nuance that she goes on about.
Precisely.
Yeah.
A very long time ago, where enough is enough, and you just gotta realize that you're being trolled to troll me, and that you gotta go away. What Inspector Fatshit has to say about me. So with
Inspector Fat Shit. I mean, how do we not talk more about the name? You're just gonna say Inspector Fat Shit and just gloss right over the person's name is Inspector Fat Shit. That doesn't interest you? If you knew the police wanted to talk to you, right, and you're like, well, I don't want to talk to the police, but then they said an Inspector Fat Shit would like to have a conversation with you, you'd be intrigued, right?
Do you know what? I think that's an idea for a future contest. Can we get people's interpretations of Inspector Fat Shit?
Of who Inspector Fat Shit is, or what Inspector Fat Shit looks like?
What they look like. I want pictures.
Yeah, no, I don't see why not. I mean, yeah, I'm picturing Inspector Fat Shit in my head right now, and yeah, I'd love to see some renderings of what Inspector Fat Shit would look. Maybe Inspector Fat Shit in progress, like, inspecting, not a fat shit, because I don't think Inspector Fat Shit inspects shit. I think that's just an inconvenient name, just a name, right? Or maybe not.
Oh, kind of like, yeah, like people whose last names are like butts.
Or like Baker. Maybe you're not a baker, but your last name is Fat Shit. Does that mean he takes fat shits, or is it just an unfortunate last name? That's what I want to know. That's what people will find out. That'll be let's say that's our next cash contest after why everyone should beware of Queen of Spade. We'll do the Inspector Fat Shit contest.
I would really like that.
I would love it. I think people would love that as well.
without further ado, let's just get right into this. I'm just the collateral damage over here, and I've had enough. Let's read through what Inspector Fatshit has to say about me. They say, now remember that this is why I'm apparently a child abuser and a predator and should not have custody of my daughter. This is why, apparently. Just keep this all in mind as we read through. This is what all these attacks have been about since 2019. Here we go. My little troll group, this is what they all believe in. You have a reputation as a child abuser because of your behavior, because you post semi-naked photos of your daughter while you are on contact with people.
That is true. She does post pictures that she should not be posting of her daughter. She posts them on her community tab, the same place where she claims people are taking pictures and of her child and putting them in Discords. Like, why?
See, okay, so I was unaware of them being like kind of, I don't know, being photos that aren't necessarily like of a fully clothed kid. Is that what they're saying?
What?
When they say half naked?
Well, it's because like she's in like a sports bra type thing or something.
Okay, yeah, that's gross. Like, what the fuck? Why are you
Agreed.
posting that?
Yeah, and again, it's not like it's on a private Facebook and people are hacking the private Facebook and sharing these things, or like someone snuck in. You're posting them on a community tab, and then the very next day, or 20 minutes later, you're talking about these chomos who are taking pictures of your child and putting them in Discords, but you're providing the pictures. If that is happening, you are providing the pictures and then complaining about it. It almost is like the multiple socks. One is agreeing with her, the other one's disagreeing with her, and it's just that she can get herself upset and kind of show, look, I'm being trolled. There are people trolling me. There are people trolling me right now. And so the same thing, I'm going to post pictures of my kid so that 20 minutes later I can say people are taking pictures of my kid and putting them in Discord with no proof. Have you ever seen any proof of that?
No.
Never. There's never any proof provided of it, just her saying, and if you ask for proof, oh, so you want to see pictures of my kid? You're a chomo. So
a chomo god.
A chomo god, and then it's back to the so a mom with CPTSD can't blank, and it's always the same thing.
Handles.
Just go get a hobby, queen. Like there were so many ways to get attention. Just like, I don't know, learn how to do something cool, like I don't know, like photography, and then post your pictures somewhere else for like and get attention that way.
One of those photography people who's like, oh my god, I'm a photographer. Watch me take a picture of the sunset. And it is like go look at birds. Go do something where this isn't but like this is yelling into the wind. It's pointless. You know that Queen is not going to take any advice given to Queen ever.
That's true. Even if it's like really legitimate advice. I know she would never listen to either one of us, but like she could be in therapy or something and just disregard what a professional has to say.
Well, she says all the time that she is in therapy and that she's doing the work, but this is not doing the work. Look at her community tab over the last 4 or 5 days. That is proof of someone who isn't doing any work. There are so many people that are listed as villains on that page. It's like a comic book factory exploded. And like I can read through them. I don't know who these people are. There's new names that come up. There's a lot of recurring names, but there are a lot of one-off people that she will accuse of abuse.
That's so gross.
People like that are gross. Deserve to be exposed.
And publicly post it, like the people chasing Sid, as well as hanging with Onision and Harold. So I'm not chasing Sid, never been around the people chasing Sid. He's actually chasing me. I never hung out with Onision, and I did one live stream with Harold. Really? Why have you just not walked away? Didn't you admit to someone that you are involved in organized crime related to all this? No. That your hubby has family in Cambodian human trafficking? No, all I said is that my husband has
family.
That is not at all what she said, because she's about to like try and defend what she said on the screenshots with RSN, that her husband is in the Hells Angels and that she got in trouble with the Hells Angels when she was younger for refusing to prostitute for them, because the Hells Angels were like, how can we make as little money as possible in as long a time as possible? I know you're going to prostitute for us. With that mouth and that voice, you could clear $10, maybe $15 a week. Come on.
That's fucked up.
That is fucked up. But I'm just saying. I mean, the whole story is bullshit. No one believes that. But she gets called out on it. So what she did is she dug into this whole Cambodian Hells Angels and made jokes about it all week. Because if she leans into it and just keeps making jokes about it, she never has to address the initial lie. Because this is something she said to RSN in their very steamy chat when he's talking about putting it in any hole, and she's telling him her truth about Hell's Angels and why she can't leave her husband and why she's afraid of him. But let's hear the story that she tells.
Well, there's one thing that I did want to ask you really quick.
Of course.
So she says that her husband isn't in Hell's Angels, right?
Yeah.
Well, we do know that their reading comprehension isn't that great. Do you think it might have actually been like Hell's Angles?
Oh, and it was a math club. And he didn't understand why they were all using protractors and no one was on a motorcycle.
Yeah, she's like, what the 45 degrees? What's that on your leather jacket?
He's the only one there in a leather vest.
Yeah.
Club for the Hells Angels. I like that. Might actually be. I mean, it's Canada, so I could see them having a Hells Angels chapter up there.
Because there are some people in this that are very racist. They're awful. You saying you hate.
Is she really calling people out for racism?
She better not be.
I think she is. That is another go-to of hers. Like with what was his name, Rap Face Trevor or whatever.
Ski Mask Andy.
Ski Mask Andy. She was talking about Ski Mask Andy saying the N-word, and then 4 days later, she is defending herself. Of you want me to stop saying it? Take them out of your rap songs, because obviously I control what goes into the rap songs. So if I don't like it, stop having black people use the word, and she'll stop using it. Does that not sound racist as fuck to you?
That sounds pretty racist to me.
But she's gonna call someone else out on it because, well, she's queen, and nothing that she does is wrong. And she can have an excuse for everything. It'll all lead back to some sort of trauma that she's had, but no one else can use the same excuse with her.
Right. A kid hit me one time in the third grade. And so because of that, I just have free N-word pass. Yeah.
Oh, I agree. And you use it all the time. And there's nothing I can do.
You shut up. No, I don't.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Hang around deep drunken peasant podcast, which this apparently all comes down to. Even my hate from Mrs. Parker now, by the way, doesn't help you. Okay, I didn't know that there was such a big issue out here with the Drunken Peasant podcast. I really just watched Jeff Holiday, and I knew who they were because of Jeff Holiday. I used to watch some Repsion. I'm just a girl in Canada who used to watch a lot of YouTube.
And there's that confused. Well, I'm just a regular girl. I want to go back to being a private citizen. She's acting like she has no idea why these things continually happen. And when you have people like Joe H who are in her comments and saying like, oh, these people just don't get sarcasm, or I don't know why these people think you're doing this when you're like busy doing this, and they're not helping. They help to continue her downward spiral. Because how could you see someone posting like this and so like it's constant and they're attacking everyone and they're under attack from everyone, and look at that and say like, yeah, you're doing the right thing, keep it up? Because even if that was true, wouldn't you suggest to your friend that they stop?
So you're saying that this is all Joe H's fault?
Well, I would say that on the
the Pepe Silva board, that instead of Pepe Silva, it should say Joe H and then one bubble leading out to RSN and everyone. Because without those few supporters that she has, it is literally just her in socks agreeing with. But she does have at least one actual person that she can look at and say, "Am I crazy?" No, because I've got this Joe H guy who is married with children or whatever, who is simping for this disgusting 42-year-old married woman up in Canada. So of course she can't be wrong. It's just her and Joe H are the only ones who actually see the truth right now. Everyone else is just we're all fish, we're all sheep, just following the status quo.
Do you think that Joe H, that White Tupac is an alt for Joe H?
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me. I can't believe that there's more than one person out there who agrees with her and her bullshit.
Right.
I find it hard to believe.
From like 2015 until now, I don't know why everybody wants to blame me for all of it. But let's get into that. So I logged on here in October of 2019. Before that, I had not been anywhere doing anything at any time on here with anyone. Okay? I didn't even meet RSM until a couple days before Christmas in 2019. I was not in the Drunken Peasant podcast.
So that means when she was telling him that he could put it if she didn't meet him until just before December, right? Or did she say in December?
I think she said in December.
In December. So by February, he could put it anywhere. And by March, he was a rapist and she wanted nothing to do with him.
She's a fast mover.
She is a fast mover.
She knows what she wants.
But then she said in May that she had, because I remember she had changed her mind on RSN, then she had changed her mind back on RSN, and then she changed her mind for the final time. And I don't know what happened there, but there were a couple. It wasn't just like she was in love with RSN, then she wasn't. There was an infatuation, and then there was falling off, and then there was a re-infatuation, and then now she hates him.
So, go ahead.
No, please.
So in legal terms, she did a flippity flop.
That's what's known as a flippity flop. Yeah, every lawyer who specializes in bird law will tell you that the flippity flop is the cornerstone of American law.
Do you think we could ask Shin about that once he gets out of the manhole?
I would love to if he gets out of the manhole. It's not a matter of when; it's a matter of if.
That's fair.
Scored until after this, until after these attacks already began. Now let's continue on, because we're going to hear about how I am also involved with TJ Kirk, who I have never spoken to, never met, and I'm pretty sure he left the DPP podcast before.
Do you know who any of these people are that she's talking about?
I started watching them.
Yes, I do, actually.
really only watched
TJ Kirk was known as the Amazing Atheist back in like 2015-ish. And he made edgelord atheist content, and he had the Drunken Peasants podcast, which was like another edgelord podcast, and they would review like lolcows and stuff.
Oh, okay. So just another person that somehow is tied to Queen, or she's tying herself to?
She's tying herself to.
It's so hard to keep up with. Like, really, we were like 4 days late on last week's stream because of events that were going on leading up to tonight. But what I didn't even see these names posted in her but it's very hard to keep up with the community posts. If you miss a day, you're lost, and like trying to get back to them, it takes a long time.
I think what happened is she had been running through her like mental file cabinets and got sick of talking about Miss Parker and RSN and Sue and you, and she found an old file that hadn't been looked at in a while, and it was TJ.
And she's like, yeah, you know what? That sounds good. That sounds good. Rolling around in my head and screams. I'm going to use that one. Okay.
Right, because she had already made 20 posts about you.
Yeah, and people get tired of that. People don't want to keep seeing. At one point I was leading that poll of the people who were possibly using her, and now I'm dead last. But I was leading the poll, and I'm sure she was pretty happy about that.
So I bet she was ecstatic.
Yeah, because obviously I'm using her with this non-monetized stream that I chose tonight to use for a very specific reason. So all that money is rolling in. Just check my social plate.
Don't forget the cash app.
Because they were funny, and I liked his music, and I thought he was a funny guy, and that was really it. So I don't really know what we're all doing here, but here we are. I know what we're doing here. I asked Loki why he was covering a specific video of Onision, and then I made a video about.
Well, I feel like MyTube777, he actually stuck a large cucumber up his, I'm assuming that's butthole. I'm not kidding either. It's online. I'm going to take your word for it that it's online.
I thought it was a banana. Did he also do a cucumber?
Okay, so was it a banana? Or okay, it was a banana. It was a cucumber. It was both. I don't think it really matters, but there is a picture of that online. If you're into that type of thing, because people are into some things.
People are into some things.
If you want to see a man with a banana or a cucumber or both in their butthole, those are available online. I'm fucking unsponsored.
Hansen being a scammer, and apparently these two things that made it so that this should all be happening to me. It doesn't help you because TJ Kirk left Drunken Peasant podcast because of his books, which recirculated on We Hunted the Mammoth, where he talks about molesting children. Here's a link of a book because me, someone with CPTSD, who is a survivor.
There it is.
Right? I'm going to totally...
How long did it take for her to get to that?
Go to this website.
6 minutes.
That's a record.
That is a
check
record.
out the Amazing Atheist. See, I'm also atheist. So they automatically assume...
No one gives a shit if you're atheist. And most people don't feel the need to discuss that on YouTube unless it's part of their platform. But what do you say? Because I do want to keep our regular schedule for Thursday because tonight was so messy and there was a lot going on. What if Thursday we do a cash bingo game?
I would love that.
Like $50 cash bingo, and we do a Queen of Spades. So I'll find a good one. I'll find a good one with lots of rants and craziness, and we'll do some bingo and have some fun and get over what was going on tonight and the negative feelings, just kind of the dark cloud that's still hovering over a little bit with the earlier part of the show. But yeah, let's do cash bingo. Let's stay with the rants. Let's stay with the racism and the raps. But how about some real money bingo or whatever? I just needed an R word.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find a lot of. My brain is melted. My bad.
No, you're doing a great job.
I had somewhere I was going with that, and it just dropped off.
And then you got off on I don't know Boulevard. So
it's because I haven't had a Celsius today.
I think it might be because you had a Celsius, and the Nazi is slowly invading your brain.
It did make my stomach hurt, but nobody told Jessi.
No, don't. That's a hang up.
I'm atheist. I must be atheist because of TJ Kirk. All of this apparently goes back to Drunken Peasant podcast, Repsion, and TJ Kirk, all of which I don't have much to do with at all, but here we are. I'm not going to go read any of those books. I'm not going to read anything about children being harmed. It's triggering for me. I keep telling people that this is triggering for me and that it upsets me when they use all these things against me and then also accuse me of being around predators and the likes, just to help this weird narrative of whatever this all is go along. So I'm very confused right now as to what all this is, but this is why I am the worst person on the internet. 2 days ago, weren't you posting your DMs with Billy the Fridge? Oh my God, guys. What'd I tell you? Billy is not a sweet boy. He's a bellend, a complete bellend. And if you have anything to do with Billy the Fridge, you should just go jump off a fucking bridge. Okay? That's what they say. So don't.
Is that going to be a new line in her upcoming rap?
I don't even know. Oh, she did rhyme it.
Yeah. Billy the Fridge
jump
on
off
a bridge.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be any better or any worse than the other shit she does. As long as she doesn't talk about him eating her butthole on the bridge. The doo-doo butt. I don't stop calling it a doo-doo butt. That's all I have in my head now.
He's coming on the bridge.
Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's gross.
I'm sorry.
To him, because they'll come into your Discord, see him in your Discord, and then that means that you're now in trouble for stuff that TJ Kirk did but TJ was in DPP before Billy was even in DPP. So I don't know how all of this makes sense. But again, here we all are.
What does any of this have to do with
Isn't
her,
he a
though?
part of DPP? Oh my God. Whatever shall we do?
I think that's what's confusing me.
Billy,
It
why
made
did
her
you
upset.
But what made her upset exactly? I'm still not at the part. What is she upset about?
I mean, that's a question for Queen, because only she can answer that, and she probably won't even answer it. She'll probably start going off about RSN and Billy the Fridge.
That's the thing I don't get, is that so many comments she just outright ignores, and there's a lot. She'll make comments like the racist one about Ms. Parker, the real recent one. There are like 11 comments on it, but there's none there because she blocked them all. So it's like. But then, so a lot of things she blocks, but then there's things like this where she'll do a 25-minute stream about a comment that has gotten her so upset, and you can watch the whole video and still not know what was in the comment, because I can't read this bullshit, and you don't know why exactly she's upset. It's just a bunch of yelling and other names. She brings up other names.
Is it safe to assume that the majority of streams that she does about particular comments are coming from a sock?
I think some of them are real, because it'll be people that I see getting attacking her, or like that really piss her off. Like there are some legit commenters out there that really get under her skin. I know that, but just when you see her do a post like this and she's ranting about it, and it's called "Why Everyone Should Beware of Queen of Spade," and she's been talking for 8 minutes, and I'm not 100% sure where she's going with this.
I'm never sure where she's going with anything.
It's just like at a certain point, you can't pay attention, but then she'll just do a bunch of these videos and make post after post after post as if finally on the 100th post of the month about RSN, I'm going to go, yep, now I get it. He's a bad guy. And you guys, you didn't.
Oh, so he's just a terrible person.
Yeah, and that's what she's hoping is going to happen. But like, how many times do you think you need to say the same thing to make your point?
Well, she doesn't really understand things unless you repeat it to her several times. So I think she assumes that the rest of us are like that.
Do you really think that might be it, though? That she's just like I said, how in her mind everyone is as intelligent as her. Like that's the baseline. Like if you're as intelligent as Queen of Spade, or you're dumber. But there's no like maybe like okay, rockets, scientists and surgeons. She will assume or accept that they are probably smarter than her. But she's about as far as it goes when it comes to just like a regular person. She's super intelligent, like she's a really intelligent, bright, witty, snappy person, and everyone is either at her level or below.
So my genuine thoughts on that are yes to everything you said, but additionally, I think she just gets caught in a loop in her own brain trying to process what she's upset about, and that's why she keeps repeating it. Because if I get like really pissed off, I'm kind of similar where I'll just kind of like cycle through it and stay upset. So I think that's what's also happening, is that she thinks we're all stupid or just as smart as she is, so she repeats it, but also she's trying to work herself through it.
You think she's trying to? So you think she's actually trying to work through it in what way? When you say work through it,
I mean not to
put it behind her.
Not to do that, but she's like gathering her thoughts. She's still pissed off the entire time, but as she cycles through it, she finds different things to be upset about.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. It's like that anger stack I was talking about. It's a sandwich, and each time she takes another bite, she's tasting another part of the sandwich. Like she's just taking different parts in, and she's going to keep getting madder and madder while riling herself up about different things. Because by the end of this, she won't be mad about Billy the Fridge, or it'll be something, and we're not watching. I'm like, I got like 5 more minutes in me, but like by the end of this, she will be mad about something completely different than what she started off angry about, and there's no resolution. It'll just be, I'm tired of this drama, guys, leave me alone. There was something the other day where she's posting about RSN won't stop stalking me. The guy's been following me for 3 years. All I want to do is get away from him. And where is the proof of that? Where is the proof that RSN is stalking this person and talking about her constantly? Because it's not on his channel. So where is it?
If anything, she's the stalker.
She's the one who talks about him daily, but then will say, I just want him to leave me alone. But he left you alone 3 years ago when he didn't put anything in any hole. That was leaving you alone.
So like, why, regardless of what you think of him, why can't the man get away from her?
So, if anybody in chat watches RSN, can you confirm or deny if he has mentioned her in any capacity within like the last 6 months at all? Because I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that he acknowledges her in any capacity, but she's still saying, "Leave me alone."
Well, she'll say that people are showing up to his chat with like treasure baby names or Trevor
But that's not
names.
RSN.
But she'll say that he's making them do it. And that was like when Muse filed the first restraining attempt against me. She put in comments from a clobbering time stream as proof of harassment, saying that I riled these people up to do this, and she thought that was evidence.
I mean, her brain is just like swimming in Pepsi right now, so she's just. There's no cognitive ability. She'll take anything she can get.
MyTube777 says, I was a mod for CJ for a long time, and he never, ever mentioned her, ever, for years. And I know who MyTube777 is, and I do know that they were a mod for, I don't know if they still are, but for a long time around that community. So you're saying even when they were like well, because she even mentioned it on the sexy chat log that she was having to go to Reddit and pretend they weren't talking. So he did want it kept quiet. Right. It wasn't something that he wanted talked about. But did he ever mention on the show that she was stalking him or bothering him in any way, or did he just keep that quiet?
That's a good question.
Got to stop saying treasure baby. Pirates can call each other that, but you can't. You're right. I don't have my T card to keep.
Are those for pirate toddlers?
Maybe. Well, I think.
Do they have little eye patches?
I think he's saying it's a slur, and I shouldn't be using. You want me to stop saying treasure baby? Take it out of your pirate shanty songs, your sea chants, and I'll stop saying it. That's how it works. You want me to stop saying it? Tell the fucking pirates to stop saying it.
He would tell us she kept bothering her.
But that was it. He would tell you that she was bothering him, but it wasn't like he was doing daily, like how she talks about these daily shows that were happening about him. So he's saying she's bothering him, and she's saying that as he won't stop talking about me as an excuse to continue talking about him. And I know that eventually he stopped talking about her altogether. And I think he said the last time he'd even mentioned her was 6 months. I can't remember the number when he was here, but it was 6 months ago or something. And that's crazy that she continues to just go after the guy and acts like, well, this is what happens when you don't sleep with the guy. He gets all his buddies. And who could ever say that? Is there really anyone? I'm sure maybe there are a few people, but how many people out there can say I was harassed for years because I didn't, but not by the person, but by friends of this person, people who don't even know this person, because I wouldn't have sex with this man. It doesn't even make sense.
Does she ever make sense though?
I mean, but like, how do you come up with that in your head? How is that your reason you come up with for why people don't want to be around you, or why people eventually realize that you're problematic and don't want anything to do with you?
Well, I think that was the best reason that she could come to, because in her head, there's no way that she can be at fault. So while it doesn't make a lot of sense, it's the only plausible thing in her head that could have happened. Yeah.
Other than jealousy, plain jealousy. Because that's even a comment she'll make about, me, sorry I didn't want to fuck you. When, a month ago, she was admitting that there was never, ever even any talk or anything close to anything, because she was already talking about RSN when I first started talking to her, about how her and her husband weren't going to be a thing anymore, and she had moved on to RSN. Not that it would have made zero difference, because no, but so she had at least admitted that, but now she changes the story sometimes, and sometimes it's I didn't want anything, that I'm mad at her because she wouldn't hook up with me. Mm-hmm. Which, come on, bitch, seriously, really?
La Senorita asks, did she have a weird dichotomy? I would say yes.
Yeah, I would say yes as well. Earwig FBI said, McNugget, say sense again with your southern accent, please, and thank you.
Did I say sense with a southern accent?
I didn't even know you're from the South, so I don't know.
I am from the South.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, I am from the South, like legitimately.
Sure, absolutely.
Shut up.
Shortage of ladders. Can you can you say sense for ill rear? Give the people a good show because we really let them down earlier.
Sense.
I just sounded like you're from Brooklyn, like I always assumed.
I'm actually from Staten Island.
Yeah, the island. We're gonna go to 10 minutes on this, so about 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna wrap it up. And guys, thank you for those of you who did stick with us. I know this was a bit of a mess, but there was a reason for it, and it'll all be made clear really soon. But sometimes when you're taking part in a living art exhibit, it's gonna be a little messy. It's gonna be a little messy, but it will all make sense. And just understand that, like, my platform has always been about outing predators. And when an opportunity arises to do that live, I mean, what do you think, Nuggies?
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Asked if you were going to join my Discord. See, this is all your fault. I'm supposed to blame you for this. You and Mrs. Parker, I'm supposed to blame for all of this drama happening to me. Yep, that's what we're out here for. Yay! You were blaming Sid. It's so funny how this Inspector fat shit, whoever that could ever be, is just so obsessed with Sid. Jessi. Should I do the real name drop or are you gonna fuck off? Anyway, I don't know.
So that's funny. She mentions Jessi, and it's a male Jessi, but Jessi, who was on the show, believes that Queen of Spade has been calling her out for months.
I recall one post about, but
it was specifically about Jessi because Jessi had commented on a post that Queen of Spade had made about me.
Yes. That's the only time I've ever seen her address.
Well, and then recently because of the videos about Jessi and
oh, that's true. She did decide to side with Jessi.
There's a Jessi Jesse that she talks about quite a bit, and Jessi believes those are about her.
She's been told multiple times that it's a different Jessi.
Doesn't matter, but she's been saying that Queen of Spade has been after her for months, and she doesn't understand why. And the reason you understand is because she's not. That's why.
It's so amazing. For him walking away, I actually caused him to walk away because I ruined his delusion of it. So why are we still here? Negs, Red, Will, Tragic, Ninja, the rest of you scumbuckets. What really did I do to you to deserve this? And Tragic, if you tell me that this is all because I did not let your friend hit on me, I am going to...
Even she got tired of that bullshit excuse because I didn't let your friend hit on me. Oh, I'm so mad that girl with the flat behind who can't twerk and whose voice sounds like sandpaper and who has the dead tooth. I'm so mad she wouldn't let my friend hit on her. I am going to attack her.
That sounds about right.
It just like, where, in what world? Who do you think you are? Why are locals so full of themselves?
Well, it's that unchecked ego. That's what makes them so funny.
And that's like, if you've ever thought to yourself, am I a locale? That's how you know you're not, right? Because locales never think they're locales. They're super talented. They can do no wrong, and they're persecuted by the world because the world doesn't understand or won't accept their greatness.
I think they think they're ahead of their time. Yeah, or just, or they don't even consider it because they're so busy thinking about themselves. They don't even consider the fact that people are disgusted by them and their behaviors. Right.
I'm a good girl. I was blaming Sid for walking away, but the guy Sid made videos on was a convicted child sex offender who worked at DPP. Robert Ripple. Who is that? I have no fucking clue. But we're gonna find out that apparently he's my best friend. He was also caught defending a pedophile. But you already
Bitch,
know
you
that
defend
because you
pedophiles
harassed
when
the guy
it
that posted
helps
the
you.
evidence of it off the web.
Yeah, but isn't that? I think this is her reading what they're calling her out for.
Oh, oops.
Yeah,
I can't read the screen.
It says, like, who told him I had a thing to do with that crap now? LMAO.
No, I can read that. I'm talking about like the smaller.
Oh, the fuzzy screen. Yeah. Well, there's actually a post between her and H-Bomb that I put up, but there was so much going on with Jessi. But Queen of Spade and H-Bomb plotting against RSN to have his videos removed and stuff. So, she likes to say that she like had one stream with them and never did anything else. But there is clear proof. Remember to go and report the RSN video. And he's like, yeah, hit RSN in comments, video flags, and DCMA. I'm working the sponsors now. Comment strikes will bring it down the fastest. And she's like, yeah, go report the comments I just left, guys. Yeah, so that's what they were doing together. This isn't two people who didn't know each other and who had never communicated. Like, obviously they had some sort of communication and relationship. So, like, why try and paint it as anything other than that when there's proof of it?
I don't know. She's stupid. She thinks that she can lie her way out of anything.
But she knows she can't because she doesn't, and she gets called on it all the time. So where's the satisfaction of knowing, like, okay, well, I got out of that one, so I can get out of the next one? I don't see that. I just see, well, it doesn't matter because I shut them down by yelling the loudest or by putting my fingers in my ears and going la la la. I really showed him, huh? Like,
right.
There's no satisfaction of victory. There's no pulling the wool. Maybe she can lie to her kid and her husband and get away with it. But, like, other than that, who falls for this shit online?
Nobody.
Joe H.
Oh, you're right.
And Joe H might not even believe it. Joe H might just, for whatever reason, look at that twerking video and think, yeah, Joe H needs some of that. And
he's just big simping.
Oh, if that's the case,
You got Jessi off the web. How dare you take Sid Vicious off the web while he was going around here spreading information like this about people? How dare you? How dare you while he was attacking you and having CAS calls to your house and going around and getting people to stream it? I'm just such a bad person, aren't I? By the way, I'm pretty sure he's made several appearances on the net since I last spoke to him in the summer of 2020. Like, really? So here we go. Oh no, the cops are coming for me now. He's on the phone. See what you did.
I wish.
Look what you.
I know, but not just the cops, but like the cops and then CPS can come and like help out with their kid, because I really do feel bad. I really do feel bad for her kid, and that's the only person I feel bad for. Treasure Baby makes his own decisions, but like I feel bad for I feel bad for the daughter who has to put up with this. And do you see this ending? Like, 'cause we're gonna end the stream right now. We're gonna be back Thursday with like an actual episode. Bring back the wall of shame. Like everything. This was a different kind of show tonight, but everything will be in place with some new things added for Thursday's show. But do you ever see this ending?
No.
Where does it end? How does where do you see it progressing to?
I honestly think it'll probably coast like this for quite a while until something happens where she does not have readily available internet access. That's the only way she'll stop, is if she doesn't have access to
otherwise you just
the
think
internet.
this will go on forever.
Yeah. And I think she'll just, all of the stress of her internet bullies that don't exist will just get to her. And I don't know, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she has a few more years before her daughter's at an age where she's gonna realize, like just full awareness of what your parent is. Like if she watches TV, or because I understand she's homeschooled, but like you can only shelter so much. She'll watch YouTube, she'll watch things, and she'll see what other parents are doing and like what moms do for their kids. And do you think that'll have some effect on it, or do you think maybe ridicule from her daughter, a lot of questions from her daughter, can make her get off the internet and stop with all this?
No, I don't see her listening to her daughter at all. I think she'll just see her daughter as somebody who doesn't understand her, because she can't even take the time to help her daughter do anything.
Yeah. The extra time. I mean, because it's not to say that she doesn't give her any time at all, but I mean, like if she's saying that her daughter is special needs and has a lot, like special needs means extra time. And you can't be spending that extra time doing those things when you're posting every 5 minutes.
Well, she's not even giving her daughter like the typical allotted time. She's supposed to be homeschooling this kid.
Yeah.
And kid doesn't even know how to read.
Yeah, but she still has plenty of time. So if you're homeschooling, those hours when she's on here doing the Reddit thing, doing this and that, and all these lives, isn't that time that would be like school time?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, she probably thinks that homeschooling would be like a computer program, and then the second that her daughter doesn't understand something, it's not like helping her through it. It's like, oh well, whatever.
It's the program's fault for not being more intuitive or whatever.
Yeah.
And I wonder if I don't know how it works, but I did know some people in Vegas who homeschooled because they wanted to get money for to be home.
Mm-hmm.
It helped with getting assistance and stuff if they were homeschooling, because then where they were like, well, I have to be home. How can I get a job? I homeschool.
I don't know how the regulations are in Canada, but in America, there are almost no homeschooling regulations.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these kids, quote unquote, graduate and don't even know the basic skills that an elementary student would know. And how do you go out into the world like that? Well, I mean, Queen of Spades showed us you do this, ladies and gentlemen. This. So, I want to end it. This was look. It was a little bit of a train wreck, but we're gonna be back with such a good show.
Mm-hmm. It was our train wreck.
It was our train, and sometimes the train wreck is the something friends along the way. But yeah, this it was a bit of a train wreck. I will admit that, but it was for a good reason, and that reason will be made clear very soon. No wall of shame tonight because it didn't start with Nuggies, so I feel like it would be unfair to do a wall of shame. But there will be the new additions to that on Thursday, as well as the winners of the coloring contest, and then we're back to a full show and cash bingo. So guys, make sure you're back. Make sure you are back Thursday because we're going to be doing cash bingo. And Real Stream News said, "I don't hate you." Who you don't hate? Who? Arsene? Who's he talking to? Is he talking to Queen of Spade? I don't hate you, girl. Didn't you hear I was going to put it anywhere? Arsene, you know what? I know what Arsene wants to hear. Before we hit our outro, Arsene, you probably want to hear this very sexy reading of a conversation between yourself and Queen of Spades from a simpler time, a year we all look back on with great fondness, 2020.
Why are you so sexy? I want to come on your face.
Aw, damn, babe. Fuck. Tongue face, hard eyes. I want to lick your pussy, then stick my dick deep inside. Damn.
I'll let you put it anywhere you want.
Hope you're liking the blonde so far.
Ooh, so sexy, even with clothes on. Winky tongue out face. I do. Part face.
No, Arsene, where are you going? Where are you going? That was I thought Arsene would like that. No?
I don't know. I mean, hey.
I mean, there was saxophone music.
Yeah, and we got Clobber and we got Callie. Callie did an amazing impression.
I thought so. The way that this stream is unfortunately this stream is staying.
I think you may be making Arsene relive the trauma.
Oh, sorry about that.
Talking to Queen.
Yeah, he probably still wakes up in a cold sweat thinking about any hole he could have inserted himself into.
Thinking about those granny panties.
And you don't even, like I said, you don't need to slide them to the side because they're eroded from the inside.
That's so gross. Why would you say something like that?
Fucking panty erosion is a real thing, guys, and then that's what'll happen when you drink enough Pepsi. They will dissipate. And Don DeLita just said CPTSD, just a simple CPTSD. And Arsene had CPTSD for that. You know what? It's like Oprah. You have CPTSD, and you have everyone who watches the twerking video probably has some level of CPTSD. So, please, what would you like to say before we sign out? Are you back? First of all,
I am back.
Okay.
Hopefully, I think you said that you were going to refire me after this stream.
Well, I'll reevaluate after. See how.
Okay, good. So I am. if Wes approves, I will be back. Because I would like to be back.
Thank you. Well, yeah, that's it, guys, and I hope you come back Thursday for a for a full show. And until then, let's hit this outro music and get out of here.
Spade in the Shade, hosted by the most worst and evil little nuggets. Spade in the Shade, Spade in the Shade, rants, raps, and really bad takes. Spade in the Shade, RSN and Nate's locales. It's Spade in the Shade.
Did it again.